Anyways.
That just sounds so funny. So everyone can open their character sheets, and then we shall discuss the plans for the game, the expectations, the roles, and then we'll go through safety tools and the like, as always.
Let's go.
I'm adding the links to the character sheet links area na rin. So for future reference, it's easy to find. Okay. So the character sheet is a very complicated sheet. I hope it does not intimidate, but I
Nope.
will confess it is quite intimidating. So the character sheet tries to automate a lot of different elements that are present in the game. This ranges from the advancements, which range from different currencies, and we'll get to the details in a bit, to the magic system, the forte system, and other subsystems. I wasn't able to automate everything, but I automated a lot enough to theoretically make things faster or easier to keep track of for all of you. Okay, so let's discuss Invisible Sun. So Invisible Sun, it's a very surreal RPG game. High magic. All the players are magic users. And the basic premise of the game is that you've always been the Visley, as they're called. You did not want to participate in the Grand War that all the Visley were involved in. So rather than be part of the war, you all decided to run away and hide. There are many different worlds or realities, and these are represented by the different suns. The world we know, the real world, is known as the gray sun, and it is just an illusion. It is the shadow cast by the indigo sun, which is the real world, and then that's known as actuality in the game. So all of you originally came from actuality, but then with the war that happened, you all fled to gray, which is the real world. You embraced shadow lives. You blanked out every memory of yourself and the like to hide. And then now that the war is over, you all have, in one way or another, remembered or have been brought back, and you're now picking up the pieces of the life you have long forgotten. So, part of the drama of the game is real world concerns are not as real as you used to think they were. So, that could be something you can explore. Others would be figuring out what exactly happened in the war because you have fragmentary memories. Others would be just picking up the pieces of the life you used to have or starting a whole new life when seeing how portions of your past life are coming back. But ultimately, all players are not human. Sorry, let me rephrase that. All players are human, and you are Visley humans. You are magic using humans. Non magic using humans are much rarer in number, and almost everyone else in the gray is literally just the shadow of reality. So they're really just there as an illusion. They're really just there as a distraction. But that doesn't mean your characters have necessarily let go of everything from Shadow. So you might play a character who still feels special about Shadow, but to wrap your head around it in the real world, in terms of your in role playing, think of it as a world you built in Minecraft.
Mhm.
Diba? In as much as it's a lot of effort, in as much as you feel for it, it's still just Minecraft. So that's how you will have to perceive the gray in this game. It's really just an illusion you're choosing to hold on to if you choose to hold on to it. Okay? So looking at your character sheet, in the first page, we have in column B to F, we have that small section there that's made of a number of drop-down menus. This represents the main character concept. Let me get the official terminology. This game is nothing but collection of lots of terminology that it loves to throw around. So for those who have the book, you've probably seen what they call the Testament, which is that's at page 16, 17. Uh, the Vertulacada, as they call it. In your character sheet, I tried to add it dun sa baba. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
God, nagka-typo-typo na yung term sa 69. TU dapat yun, hindi TY. So it's that Tordak to Calaver is basically Order, Heart, Forte, Soul, Foundation, and Arc. So this basically represents the entirety of your character concept. That's in row 71 lower for those who are looking at its character sheet. That's what we're trying to do here sa rows 2 to 6 sa taas. We're in you determine your foundation. And the drop down shows a list of different foundations. Then you'll determine your heart. It will show a list of 4 possible hearts. Everyone will start at the first degree. And then you will have the title. The title is a drop down of all the titles because I couldn't find the easiest way to make it localized lang to the order. But you'll later choose the first degree title of your order. Order, there's the 4 options. I will not open Apostate for now just because it's easier. But basically the Vans, the Makers, the Goetics, and the Weavers. And then Forte, there's a huge list of possible Forte. And we will go through it as we map it out. But since now we have a better understanding that you're all magic wielding humans who have awoken to the truth of their life, we now want to define what that truth is. First, let's start with the foundation. So, the foundation is a description of what sort of life you live now that you remember your being a Visley. It doesn't mean you've retained everything already, but it just shows how, to some extent, how your foundations have structured already. So the 8 foundations are as follows. So established is someone who, you already have reestablished your home. You're at a point wherein you can relax. You're satisfied with your house to some extent. It's a larger house and the like. Itinerant is someone who has no permanent home. So they tend to be someone who visits around, goes around the different worlds, explores things.
Mm-hmm.
Connected is someone who has reestablished a lot of ties. While the established one is parang kilala na siya, the connected one is marami na siyang kilala. Eremitic is someone who does not want to have ties. So medyo hermit yung style niya sa pag-recover ng life niya. The mendicant is someone who tends to be very few possessions, few connections, and the like. They tend to focus on loftier goals, or they like to stick to the road and travel here and there and deal with things bit by bit. Iconoclasts, of course, have that desire to bring down the existing organization. All the Visley are part of the church, the silent church, and not everyone necessarily wants to be part of that. Others don't believe in the new hierarchy that exists, which is the deathless triumvirate. So iconoclasts can fall under that. Then you have the stalwarts, who are the supporters of the organization. Then you have the bizarre, which, in lack of a better word, it's strange. It's weird Barbie.
Weird Barbie.
You basically are still part of the society, but you are also seen as the one who's weird. Okay. So you can choose one of those dun sa drop down, and that will populate some portions of your sheet automatically. Includes your income, your hidden knowledge, your house, and any initial connections and character arcs.
Hirap naman mamili.
Yeah. So this early, isipin nyo na. Do you want to be someone who is still trying to recover their home? Do you want to be someone who mas familiar na mas kilala na, or mas marami na siyang nakausap? Ganun. Do you want a story where you're trying to recover your home? Yeah, diba? So that's sort of like the questions of foundation. Are you someone who's still mostly in shadow and you haven't really recovered your home here in the actuality?
Nag-super double ba yung audio this way?
Hindi naman.
Nagdo-double ba kami ni Rocky? No. I think it's just for us tayo nagdo-double.
I'm just making sure. Yeah, kasi like, is it better? Am I facing? Every time I'm facing Toby. Should I be to the side? You're just
It's
getting
okay.
a tour of my corner of the hexagon table. Because I'm undecided.
So, just in case it helps you decide, if you temporarily choose one of the foundations for now, So you'll see possible character arcs populate, foundation description populates. You'll notice magkakaroon kayo ng orbs and hidden knowledge. The best way to view it, orbs is the currency in the game. And the currencies, they're in column P to V. So that's the crystal orbs, which is the pinaka basic money. You have the mage coins, which is if crystal orbs is copper, mage coins is like silver and gold.
Mm.
Then you have blood silver and demon tears, which are the rarer currencies in the game. So these we will be tracking later in the log sheet. I'll have you guys make invisible the other sheets you don't need later on, but I made sure all of it is collated for now. Hidden knowledge is basically knowledge you as a player will claim your character knows for a temporary boost in your dice rolls. So like if you were trying to slip into a house, you might mention there's actually a secret that the spiders know that humans are partially blind if you walk in this direction, and then that adds to your roll. So ganun ang hidden knowledge. So by changing your foundation, you'll notice there are some adjustments to the stats. Character arcs, just so you understand the importance of character arcs. This game explicitly tells the GM not to prepare stories. Instead, players will choose what character arcs they activate. So for example, if one of you chose to be Aromatic, the hermit type, and if you all try putting Aromatic now as the foundation, you'll see among the possible character arcs are to build something, to solve a mystery, to uncover a secret, or to train a creature. In contrast, if you try putting established as your foundation, your possible character arcs are, to do something with establishment, to join a new organization, or romance. Yeah. You're not limited to these character arcs, but it helps you have direction given how freeform the game can get.
People have inclinations na. Because I think I only know I don't want to be established because it feels too close to Pendragon,
Mhm.
which is still our ongoing game.
It's so hard to pick. But I'm kinda hirap pala.
I go
like
through each then look at the possible character arcs and parang, oh, do I want to do that? That's like what I've been doing now, like trying to figure out each of
I
the
kinda like
resulting
the
arcs.
hermetic because there's a solve a mystery. But syempre I'm also always drawn to the weird one. So I kinda
Yeah,
like the
and
bizarre
again,
too.
You're not
this
limited.
you're not limited to those. Any of them can do
Mm-mm.
a solve a mystery. It's just that
Mm.
um for example, people who are established, they're usually less concerned about mysteries because people
They're
go to them
happy and
already.
content.
Oo.
Mm.
Parang ganun yung
Mm.
idea done. But you can still be part of a solve a mystery arc if you want to. It's just that
Mm.
it's less likely you'll be the one to start the mystery.
I see. Mamili. But yeah,
Sige.
how about you, Lance? Looking at anything?
I was looking at mendicant. But if nobody's gonna take established, I can take established.
Nice to have a house.
Well,
It's nice to have a
all of you will have your own house. It's just a question of who has the biggest house.
uh,
My backpack is my house. Itinerant.
I have two very opposing characters kasi. One is like a Disney princess and one is a beggar prince. So I'm like on
Messenger.
two opposing sides of the of the decision tree. So I guess ngayon di pa ako maka-choose. I wanna hear like what everybody's playing or like the story beats people are interested in and then maybe I can decide later.
Mm-mm.
And I'm also very big on niche celebration, so it'd be nice to branch. But okay, let me last jump
I
through
will
the
warn that Mendicant and kailan nga
itinerant.
ba? Yeah, Itinerant have no house. And the sad thing there is you will lose out on some of the stuff that come with the house. Because house have secrets.
Roll
Meaning,
the guy.
in other words, your house has its own powers.
Wow.
Mm,
Okay, now I want a house for sure.
Diba? So, but it's not,
Mm.
it's, it can always be something you can try to gain later.
Mm.
Nako, then all the more when you're bizarre. At talagang kasama sa reputation, you have a very strange house.
Yep.
Ooh.
Diba?
But
Oh my god, just
uh,
houses.
okay. Right now, I'm a bit more on the Disney princess. So right now, I'm either established or connected. Hindi pa ako makapili. Maybe kind of like established too. But yeah, go ahead lang. Sorry. Do we have to decide on this one or
Yeah.
right
Well, because
now
from this
when
one
we
we move
start?
to the next step. Yeah. And then it can adjust, you
Okay.
can adjust it naman if need be.
Sige.
The sheet is
Like,
prepared for that.
okay.
I'm leaning
Sige, sige.
hermetic.
I think I'll go established.
Lance, you'll stick to Mendicant?
First, I don't know.
I would like a house.
Bizarre! Bizarre!
Or
Bizarre!
Stalwart.
Bizarre!
Go Bizarre?
I'm going stalwart. That seems fun.
Ah,
Very, very Pendragon.
I don't
yeah,
have
yung,
enough
bi-
vendor. So
yung bizarre starts to feel like houses of the blood. Eh. Parang, Uy, do
Okay.
you have a puzzle house? You know?
I
Okay.
might end up as bizarre later, okay? This is just
Yeah.
I'm really
Okay.
still penduluming between two.
So let's now go to your heart. So heart is in page 66 onwards for those who have the book open.
Mhm.
But heart is basically, it's like nature and demeanor or alignment. Determines also your starting stats and gives you a pair of skills. So starting in page 67, you'll see the list of possibilities. And then in the character sheet that I've prepped, when you choose a heart, your heart details appear, as does your heart adjectives, family, animal, and object, which is all visible in row 20 to 29.
I picked Ardent.
Mm.
Ay, wait. Parang mas bagay pala ang gallant sa akin.
So for those who are noticing na, there's something listed called Certes and Qualia. So those represent the two areas of stats that you will get. Qualia are mental, magical, spiritual, sorcery. Whereas Certes is physical, accuracy, movement, perception. Yan.
I see. Oh yeah, got it. Oo nga na.
Oh.
So like the
Parang wala pa
empaths are higher Qualia. The ardents are higher Certes. The gallants are slightly higher Certes. The stoic is super high Qualia.
I don't wanna be quiet.
I could be stoic, but I can shift. If someone else, like, I'm okay to, like, I was gonna want to jump if someone wants it. Just so that we have different things.
Hirap pamili. I thought I had a
See?
character.
See, this is why I didn't want to share you guys the book. It's too much. But no, it's fun. I'll try this one. So Rocky,
Parang
you're thinking
gallant.
stoic.
I like gallant.
Leaning
Dean-
stoic unless I hear otherwise from someone.
I like the gallant.
Dino's thinking gallant. Lance?
That
Lance?
is
I can abandon stoic for empathic.
empath. Okay.
You're seeing empath for you. Okay. So everyone choose that on your sheet. You'll see it already populates 21 to 29 section. Your adjectives, your heart details, your card, your animal, your object. Those have no specific mechanical effect, but it also allows you at least a little guide. Parang if you want to make sure you're playing your character closer to its heart, then try to hit those keywords, diba, or those adjectives as you play. So you will start with a number of qualia and certes. So if you look at your log, there's a sheet called log.
log. Yeah.
So it's already noting your starting qualia and certes there.
Oo nga na.
Okay. So under character creation, you can allocate your points. For example, if I had 9 in Certes, I have the 4 stats under it, which is accuracy, movement, physicality, and perception. So of that 9, I can allocate the points. and I want it to match my starting value.
Papalitan
Okay.
namin yung current.
Sa log, sa log.
Ah.
You'll do your changes in row 12, which is character creation.
So we put a lot of thought in trying to figure out how to formulate all this.
Yes.
We kind
Sorry,
of went
you,
VLOOKUP crazy.
Sorry, can you
ano?
Sige, sige.
ano?
Let me screen share what I'm doing. Wahahaha. Okay. So here under log. So since I chose Gallant, it already determined my starting Certes and Qualia. And then here under character creation, I can put values. And then I could see here if it's matching.
Okay.
The values I put here, kasi as we progress in the game, I can add more. And then all of that will update here.
Nice.
Yeah. Later on, only in the white boxes kayo maggagalaw during play. And then log at the end of every session.
Ooh.
Okay?
No, sorry. Ang question ko is, what do you call this? What's the difference between
That's the
interact,
four steps.
knowledge? Yeah.
Sige, sige. Let's talk about those four. Okay, Certes. So Certes is the abstract representation of everything about you that's physical and mundane. So accuracy is physical attacks, regardless of the attack, whether it's firing a gun, throwing the knife, or throwing sorcerer's fire, that falls under accuracy. So the four, that's accuracy, movement, physicality, and perception, they have their rating. That same rating has points that you can spend. That's called bene. Think of it as benefit. Whenever you have a roll to make, and that's called a venture, everything has terms in this game. You're allowed to spend a bene to boost your attempts to succeed in that action. Basically, it's a +1. We'll get to dice rolls later, but standard is the higher your stat, the better. A difficulty can range from 0 to 10 for normal human mundane challenges, and then can go as high as 17 onwards for supernatural challenges.
So is it like Gumshoe? You
It-
spend points to boost rolls ish.
Yes, but you can only spend 1 point. It's only a +1 boost. And then when you use magic, you don't add. Instead, you roll a second die. And then you could choose the result that is better.
Oh, okay.
Now, the details regarding dice rolls, if you want to go through it right now real quick, let's all go to the rules tab, the rules spreadsheet. Summarize dyan para sa inyo.
Rules, feds.
Well, I wanted you guys to have easy access to everything, even if the PDF's not open.
He's been a little
Well,
nuts this week. I gotta
Yes.
tell you. I gotta tell
So,
you.
so you'll see in column A and B of row 41 onwards, that's the difficulty of the challenges, right? So a challenge of 1 to 10 is the normal human challenges, 11 onwards is magic. So the dice is 10-sided dice. It's not 1 to 10, it's 0 to 9.
Oh,
Okay?
okay.
So when you roll a 10, that's a 0 basically. When you gather your dice pool is basically known as your venture. So you'll see there in row 37D, a venture is the total of your skill plus any tool plus any spell plus bene plus any circumstance plus hidden knowledge. Skill and tool and spell are level driven. So if your skill is level 4, and then the tool is a level 3 tool, so that's 7 na kagad. And then the magic you're using is level 2, so that's 9. And then you spent 1 bene, so you now have a 10 that's subtracted from the challenge. So practically you don't roll anymore with that sample.
Sorry. Overall, the nature of magic is 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 wild, is instinctive, is ritual, is
So magic is how you normally handle things.
yeah.
So there are spells which are codified ways you do it. There is the orders, which is the more specialized way you do it compared to others. There's forte, which is what you naturally do because you are partly magic.
Okay.
And then there's the last one is sortilege. Sortilege is basically without using any spells. If you're doing an action and you want to get a better chance at it, you use sortilege. You basically roll a second die. Then that costs one of your sorcery bene.
Okay.
So the point of spells is more codified effects you want to happen. A spell might allow you, for example, that when you touch that person will not be able to sleep until you lift the curse. But then if you want to, let's say, you're trying to open the door and you're hoping magic will help you open it faster, that can be just sortilege. Unless you have a spell that literally does that.
Mm.
Mm,
So you're all both very flexible and very limited.
okay. Okay.
And then your orders define where you're better. So for example, weavers are very good at quick mix and tap on, but they also
Mm,
spend a lot more because they're so tempted to boost their powers high very fast. Vances are structured. So they have spells that have set magic levels and they fit it in their memory. But if they keep a spell, they don't have to spend to cast it again until they throw it and give it up. So mas marami sila minsan nakakast than others. Makers will take time to build something, but then once it's built, they can just use it until it expires. So while other characters might have to hunt for this or pay for a potion, the maker can just build it and then, oh yeah, ready na, may potions na tayo. But it takes time. And the funny thing about this game is downtime is very common because nga you're all carrying the stories. The GM
Mm.
doesn't pull you to a story. You can literally go, okay, I'll spend 2 weeks researching. The rest of you continue your stories. And that's fine with this game.
mm, okay.
And then lastly, the Goetics. They don't even sometimes
Summoners.
think of the spell. They'll just summon the demon and please do this for me. So what they build is relationships. Because when
Mm-hmm.
the things they summon like them, they sometimes won't even have to ask. So that's where
Mm,
the orders come in, how the magic is approached. Okay.
okay. That
So
helps.
so now that you understand Bene, because of the dice rolls, let's now go to the stats. Certes is accuracy. So anything that's attacking falls under accuracy. But some are not physical attacks. For example, a mental blast or a possession. So those don't fall under accuracy. But if it's throwing a lightning bolt or targeting a curse, or that still falls under accuracy. Movement is anything for movement. So whether it's jumping, balancing, running, sneaking around, that all falls under movement. Physicality is all about brute force. So pushing the door open, lifting something, resisting taking a wound, that falls under physicality. And then perception is noticing things, hearing things, etc. So those are all under Certes. And you will have your points in Certes to spread out within those four pools. So if you have 9 Certes, it might be 2, 3, 3, and diba? So qualia includes smarts, likability, intelligence, wit, education. So the first ability of qualia is sorcery. It's how you do spell casting. Then you have interaction. So how you interact with people, whether it's positive or negative interaction, it falls under interaction. The third is intellect. So that's figuring out puzzles, recalling information, and the like. Intellect is the partner ni physicality. If you take mental or psychic damage, intellect is the
Mm.
one that you spend to resist that. And then last is sortilege. So sortilege is basically when you are using magic as a natural action and
Ah,
not as
okay.
spell casting. When your raw magical might is affecting others, that's sortilege. So those are the 8 main stats. We're not yet in
Mm-hmm.
skills. And you will allocate your points of Certes and Qualia as appropriate.
Okay.
Can I ask, like, to help me pick? Do you have, like, medyo, broad character concepts na ba? Rocky and Len.
It's coming together, but I'm not quite there. So, because I'm the hermetic one, I got because leans towards I mean, I'm already aloof, and then leans towards arcs like solve a mystery, uncover a secret. So that's kind of
Uh-huh.
appeals to me. And then
Uh-huh.
stoic kind of supports aloof. And then in terms of build, I mean, my stats are kind of even out, but naturally my highs are things like the sorcery one and the intelligence stat. Probably gonna be my higher
Mm.
ones. Physical, my lowest is the physicality one, for example.
Mine too.
so we're going to be in trouble. And then
Yeah.
You're going
uh,
to be traditional mages,
Yeah.
blast
Mm,
cannons.
yeah. Me
so I'm now worried
naman.
about if I be
Uh,
a maker, then I'm super slow na as a character. But I'm
yes.
leaning in that direction only because it makes
Uh,
sense.
I see. Ako naman, right now, the thing that's being built is um more of established gallant weaver ngayon, pero I might also go ethic. I'm not super sure because when Toby said building relationships, this guy is
Exciting din eh.
definitely yeah, this guy is definitely a talky kind of guy, kind of like maybe a diplomat or ganon. My lowest is physicality and sorcery and interact yung mga highest ko. Tapos, yeah, I'm right now, yun yung, so it's kind of more, I think, Rocky, you're kind of building a wizard. I'm kind of building a bard.
How about you, Lance?
Yeah, okay. For me, I have Stalwart who's an empath. Okay, cool. I am definitely going goetic though. I like demons,
Mm.
so we're gonna go with that.
That's
But
recorded. All
mind.
right. And then,
I don't mind sharing. What do you call this? My lowest is actually sortilege. My certes is 222 across the board since 8 naman siya. My
mm,
highest are sorcery and interact. Although I might make intelligence higher, and it'll be fun to not be so diplomatic with demons. That should be fun.
Nice.
Well,
Okay,
well,
okay,
just
got
so
it.
you know, so you have your starting stats based on the chosen heart, right?
Mm-mm.
But beyond that, you will get more points.
okay.
Degree. Kasi hindi ko pa alam gagawin dun.
In the degree, all of you choose the
First.
first degree, and then if you chose your order, you'll notice the order titles in column T29,
Ah.
and then you could choose the matching title.
I told you he got crazy. Natuwa lang siya
Oh, okay.
mag-VLOOKUP and then like, oh, then Rocky, how
Yes.
do I do VLOOKUP with two
Okay.
dimensions? It's like, no.
Rocky's like, that's complicated na, don't na. I'm like, okay, I won't.
Okay. So since
Master of
ano,
the Warp.
since
I sorry,
I'm
go ahead.
sorry,
It's
ikaw
Master
muna.
of the Warp.
the title.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
That
that's someone else. That's a different order.
Ah, it's a different order. Sorry. I'm looking
So
at the degree.
yeah, look at
So
look
if you
at
look at Goetic,
T29.
yeah, then once you once
Okay.
you choose Goetic, it'll show you your order titles, which starts at Initiate of the Mysteries and ends at Ultima
Oh,
Mysterion.
nice.
okay, okay. Dun sa degree tayo din ba pipili or
Yeah, you choose first,
Okay.
and
And yeah, but
then
you select. We're all first degree though.
yeah,
okay, cool. First degree, there we
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
Okay.
and then find
And
the
I'll just
And then
appropriate
find the
title.
title.
Because Rocky
okay,
didn't want to teach me how to have a VLOOKUP to two sources.
all right, got it.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Okay, I'm
Parang
pretty
nested
okay.
VLOOKUP yun eh. Anyway, no.
I'm
I've
pretty okay
I've
right now with that. So yeah, let's go.
Okay,
sorry. I've done a gigantic rehaul of my
okay, okay. Go, go, go,
Suddenly,
go, go.
because so since Lance is filling in the kind of like the bard face rule, then I am now bizarre. I'm still gallant master of the doom, and yeah, I'm a mas ganun na ako. I
Mm-mm.
have one in interact and intellect, but three in sorcery and sortilege. And then accuracy and movement 3, physicality 1, perception 2. I still don't want to be
so no one can fight? No.
And I
I can
noticed
fight.
Dino already has a picture.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't looked.
That
You guys
might
can
change.
see each other's sheets if you want dun sa character sheet links. You can open it
That one
naman.
will probably change.
Okay, going back to log. So everyone filled in row 12, diba?
Yes.
Under row 13, you now have 6 points to allocate in any of the four values as you see fit.
Or
Again, one
eight.
more time.
Four. So if you have Certes 9, Qualia 8, you might want to put 3 and 3. So 3 to Certes, 3 to Qualia, and then allocate them.
Hindi ko makita, sorry. I'm so blind.
So basically, you have 6 points to allocate between all 8 stats. But you have
Saan
to
ko siya
choose. You,
okay.
you, you write it in row 13.
First, sa
Sa
log.
log. Sa log. Oo.
Okay,
So
okay,
that will
okay.
be basically under saan kayo naglagay ng stats.
I see, I see.
So you have 6 points to allocate among the 4.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, please input in row 13 para it's separate from your starting.
Okay, okay. 6 points all over.
Ay, ano ba yan? If I'm doing the new total, mali. Just the 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm a fighty guy na.
Sige, taasan naman natin yung physical. Para hindi siya dump stat.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're done with your card and your initial stats. So let's now continue to order. You've all picked your order?
I think I'm codifying maker na. Bye guys, we're all gonna die. No.
Mhm.
I
So
am
picking
a
your
weaver.
order, yeah, so picking your order, you'll notice at I-37 and lower, magkakaroon siya ng description ng order details and hierarchy.
Yeah.
You could also choose your forte. For the order you picked, since I'm assuming tentative pa, let's not go to the personalized order sheets for now. We'll deal with that later. Pagka mas final na kayo. But for forte, under E6, please choose from the list. And then look at the forte sheet and you will see the progression of your forte. So yes, when you change it, you see a different progression chart.
So proud. Look at this boy.
Ang galing.
Of course, it's only later when I was reading the books. What? You can have more than one forte long term? No!
What?
Like, super long term ba yan?
In this thing, do you start from the bottom or the top?
They start from the top. So
Oh
by
wow.
diba? So by looking through the forte options, you can sort of see what you possibly unlock. We'll get to the specifics of what forte you have later. I just wanted you to see na at least if you want to peek at the others, that's a way you could do it this early.
I'm still good with understand the words. It's very romantic.
I really like the Fuse's Nightmare to Fist.
It's just
So
very
can we
one.
please
It's very
fight
it's very single-minded. It's very fighting lang talaga compared to
read
the
it again.
others wherein parang one is fighting and then it can also be used to travel or to ganyan. Yung fists is all I hit and they do damage or I hit and they cannot ignore or I hit and they are propelled
Oo nga
away
eh.
or panay ganun lang siya.
Damn it.
So parang if I don't give you fights, parang sayang di ba siya nagagamit. So yun lang ang worry ko dun sa forte na yun.
Continue reading.
Yeah. Okay, for now, let's progress. We go to P10, which is role-playing style. So under P10, you will have 4 different role-playing styles. This is also a guide for the GM to know what sort of gameplay you're hoping to explore. If you're a builder, then you want opportunities to build something, to leave a mark, or to accomplish something in the long term. If you're an explorer, then it tells me you want to travel a lot. And ganyan. Attainer is you want self-improvement. You want to better yourself in some way. And then achiever, you want goals that you will fulfill. So this one, it doesn't matter kung pare-pareho kayo. It's really more a what sort of game are you hoping to explore? So if you want to be an explorer, then I'll make sure there are more reasons to travel, for example. If one is an explorer, the other one's a builder, then I'll make sure that kung mag-explore yung isa, may chance si ano mag-build. Hindi sayang yung oras niya. Para ganun yung point ng role-playing style.
Okay, role-playing style, builder, achiever, story focused. I kind of like the achiever. I think that's I like the achiever.
Parang OA lang maker tas builder. Do I want to do
Yeah,
that?
that makes sense.
Very
naman.
bagan.
I'm
Actually, no,
definitely
knocker. Very knocker.
Paano naman tuloy making boxes? Sorry, I was a box salesman in a game.
But this game basically tells you you can choose to do that. Like if you want to be okay, I'll have a bar and people can go to me and I'll build stuff they will need. That's a valid way to play this game.
Sige, I think
Diba?
I think I lean explorer. Then I think that's fine. Which is weird as a. I just want to explore people. I just want to explore.
Mm.
No, no.
That makes you closer to his Dark Materials, where he was an inventor, but he wanted to, diba, go on the
Mm.
adventures with his inventions.
Look at Toby quoting his dark materials all day.
No,
No, I just was surprised that it was Kit Connor.
what
Si
do I
ano,
want?
si Heartstopper Kid pala yung animal dun sa his Dark Materials.
Oh,
I
cute.
did not realize.
As a voice. So, to be fair,
Mm,
as a voice.
I
I was
like the achiever, but I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that I'm an attainer, but that I'm kind of getting pulled to that a little bit too.
yeah.
So,
This is a player question. It's not a character
uh,
question.
no, yeah,
It's
because
parang what do you want to play? What do you want to explore?
Yun
What
nga,
do you want
so
to
it's
do?
role playing. Yeah.
yeah,
Uh-uh.
I
My
kinda
worrying nga
want
for
to say,
achiever is that kasi
yeah,
we're setting our own track then eh. So parang
mm-mm.
nakaka-pressure.
But if you're
Yeah,
like achiever, that means I'll make sure your personal stories lead to bigger goals. Diba? Yung parang
mm,
Mm-mm.
yeah.
the buying something from the market turns out you're stopping a ganyan from happening. Diba?
Mm.
How about you, Lance?
I've always been an achiever in games, so we're gonna stick with that.
Okay.
Nice.
Now that we're done with your role-playing styles, you wanna touch on orders now or later na? Kasi mas individual yung orders eh. Lance,
Weaver
Rocky?
Maker and Goetic.
So for each of you, look at the sheets. The ones that are not yours, feel free to hide or delete. So like Rocky, you're choosing Maker, you have the Maker's
May
reference.
references later.
So
Okay.
Weaver's rules, pwede mo na i-hide. And then, anyone with the link?
Oh no, with this maker, look at all this crafting table. I don't play crafting games. That's okay.
Okay.
Telling
I've
you.
added a game slide in the character sheet links. Yeah, sa character sheet links sa Discord. So slide 2 is the path of the sun. We'll all be using that in game. Slide 4 is the maker's matrix. So Rocky, you could look that as a reference. Slide 5 will be used by the weaver. Later
Nice.
we'll finalize what aggregates you'll use. Your aggregates are in
Gotcha.
slide 24, but we don't have to go through it now. And then
Gotcha.
slide 6 is the Goetia guide. It's basically a summary of the type of actions you can have your summoned thing do, the level they can reach since you're a first degree. And then there's the bribe tables, the threat tables, and some example costing for the bribes. Okay?
Mhm.
So nandiyan na yan para later you can cut and paste as need be. Just don't delete.
Making a link
Oh my
sheet
god.
na.
To go through it real quick for each order. For the order of the Goetics, plans, you are able to under your miscellaneous magic and item sheet, you'll see there a summary of your order related details for the start of the game.
No, sorry. No, listen to me.
Yeah, did you see it, Lance?
I can see it.
So you see there your samples of Path to Joy and Despair. So I'll take this opportunity now to talk about Joy and Despair. Joy and Despair are currencies you will earn in the game. So they are also tracked in your log sheet. So if you look at your log sheet, column M to P, there's the purple section which is called advancement. And then you will be tracking joy or despair or crux or acumen. So those are the 4 stats that you collect for advancement. To elaborate on each one real quick, acumen is what's spent when you start a character arc. And then you earn it back very quickly as you go through character arcs. So for example,
Mhm.
you might decide, okay, Toby, I think this time it will be a good time to start a character arc. I want to solve the mystery of where my friend went. Then that will cost you 2 acumen. And then as
Mm.
you go through the steps of the character arc, let's say the first step is you search for initial clues. That will earn you immediately 1 acumen. And then you find the first trail. That earns you another acumen. And then you find your friend. That's another acumen. And then you find out why he disappeared. That's the last acumen. And you've completed the arc. So you've earned 4 after spending 2. So ganun yung system ng character arcs. There's always the initial cost. And the point of the initial cost is to remind you it will take your time. Diba? If you want to focus on a character arc, you'll have to invest attention of your character. So if you don't have enough acumen, yan yung parang, I wanna do this, I wanna do that. No, I have to focus on my arc. Hindi ko pwede tutukan yung iba. So that's what acumen is. And when you have acumen, you can also spend that to buy new spells, to purchase secrets, or to increase your levels in skills.
Mm.
Now, joy and despair are the two other currencies. When things happen to you that are good, and the list in the miscellaneous magic sheet shows some examples, then you will get joy during that session. When things happen that are bad, and a common example of a bad is when a GM intrusion happens. For example, Dino decides he'll have a dinner with his friend, and while they're talking about this and that, I suddenly described a friend suddenly grasping his throat, choking, then falling down. He's been poisoned. So that was a GM intrusion. I give you despair. So I pay you to do things to you.
Oh, okay.
Joy and despair can be spent one each, create one crux. And then crux is spent to increase your order or your forte. So if you want to progress in your order or your forte, you need a more dramatic life. Is that clear so far?
Okay, yeah.
So crux can be spent for order advancement or for forte advancement. Acumen is for spells, secrets, and skills. And then usually your certes and qualia get adjustments as you progress in the order. Okay? So now that you know those currencies, for the Gotea, so for the Goetics, you can see your samples of joy and despair. You'll notice in your starting Visley notes, you'll start with one connection, which is a level 1 connection to the Order of Gotea. So you could, under people, you could write that na.
That's Whistler, right?
Yeah, in your people sheet.
People sheet. Ah, there we go.
So you could write kunyari order, just Order of Goetica, sorry, Order of Goetica level 1. You can just copy paste na lang what's there sa Visley notes.
Okay.
You'll start with 3 ephemera. Ephemera are consumable magical items. We'll all do that later together. You'll get
Okay.
one general spell that you can cast. Later, we'll go through the possible spell lists. You can already speak, read, and write the language of the spirits. And then you already know how to do a protective circle, which gives you a +2 against spiritual entities as needed. Okay? So that's what you have sa order mo. For Rocky,
Okay.
you'll start with one level connection to the Order of Makers. You will start with up to 4 ephemera. You may choose 2 of them to be incantation.
Sorry.
Under the miscellaneous magics and item sheet.
Oh, sorry. I was on people.
There.
You saw it na, love?
Okay, I'm on the sheet. I see you have the crib notes on the side. Where am I copying this? Dito sa
So yung
title?
yung connection, pwede mo i-copy sa people kasi the people sheet is all about connections and bonds. And then the others are just to let you know later what you'll get, which is you'll have one general spell, you'll have up to 4 ephemera, 2 of which can be incantations. Incantations are think scrolls, yung spells you can cast and then they're gone. You'll have a special skill, you'll have a level 1 skill of understanding, assessing, and identifying materials. You'll also have a level 1 skill of crafting in nature, which is whatever you wanted, if it was metalwork or woodwork, etc. And then you can craft magical items.
Okay.
For Dino,
Mm-hmm.
so you'll start with up to 3 ephemera.
Okay, saan ko to lalagay? Sa miscellaneous?
Later ephemera will be dito sa column B, 27. Yeah, there
Yeah,
later you'll be
Uh-huh.
writing down. You'll have one skill about identifying magic.
Uh-huh.
Then you'll have 2 aggregates. So
Okay.
if you look at the Weaver sheet, tinago mo yung Weaver reference?
Did I? I don't
Yeah,
think so.
okay. I made it visible again.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, you'll see a summary of the aggregates
Yeah.
there. So you'll have to choose 2 of them.
So hard.
Okay? And then what you can do is you can copy the whole block and dun sa Weaver rules, you can paste it dun sa space.
Got it. Okay, then this is hard. Okay. It's so hard to pick.
Okay, while you're picking, I'll continue with the others.
Go.
So everyone has chosen their heart, that's set their stats. And then people have chosen their forte. So with your forte, there's dozens to choose from. It doesn't state how many you start with. Okay, let's get back to that. Everyone look at your secret soul. So on your main sheet, this is down below at L63.
Yeah.
So you'll have a drop down to choose from. This choice shows you the description of your secret soul, the symbol, and the gift.
I like the
Think
child.
of think of your secret soul as your last ditch magical connection. Parang if push comes to shove, if everything's going wrong, you need to draw from a power no one else can tap. That's your secret soul. So each of them has a description of what they do. You can spend time now to look at which one you'd like to get. While you're doing that, I'll double check Forte kung ilan yung starting.
I have 2 aggregates ngayon, diba?
Yeah, you'll start with only 2. And double check the absences because you
I
can
saw
never
it.
overcome an absence.
Yeah, I
You
got
you
it.
might get both that have opposing. Mamaya hindi mo sila magamit.
I like infinity and I like hate too. So ideally, I don't get something that have their qualities
Opposing.
are also.
Yeah, because for example, if one is if one is noisy and then the other one is quiet, they will never be,
Yeah, I can't
you
mix
know,
them.
yeah. So you'll have to use them separately lagi. Yun yung sad dun. For Secret Soul, are you guys okay naman?
Yeah, I got.
Evaluate. What you?
I took child. I took child.
I am
What a
surprised.
surprise!
Wow. Unexpected.
I am not surprised with Lance's choice.
What's Lance's choice?
What you get? What you get? Okay.
The
Abyss.
Abyss.
With the demon.
Love.
And it's nakita mo yung gift niya, Lance?
Yes, it's going to be
It's
so dramatic.
sobrang.
I
So we're done with Secret Soul. We can proceed. Sa Forte, everyone starts with one of your starting Forte. So the Forte reference is there. It's designed to be easy to cut and paste that shape into your Forte sheet. Parang ipatong nyo na lang. So look at your Forte sheet and then look at the topmost. And then look for the corresponding row with your Forte and then copy that first one. If there are 2 starting, you must choose between them.
Sorry. Again.
Okay, I'll help you. So Rocky, you've chosen who understands the words.
Yeah.
So your Forte first level is understanding. There's no other. So if you look at the Forte reference sheet, understand the words is in row 326. And then you can copy that first level na. You can select that whole thing and paste it into your Forte sheet. Diba? So you don't need to cut. You don't need to copy it one by one. You can just cut and paste the whole box.
Okay.
Swak na yan dun.
So you say.
Lance, you chose Hosts Alliance. I'm not against it, but since you're a Goetic, are you sure you want your Forte to be similar to your order? Baka lang you want magkaibang magic. You get what I mean?
so weird because funny. I didn't build a strength character. It's biglang strength of legions. Cool. Yeah, give me a moment.
Yeah, kasi maganda nga naman yung starting ng Host sa Legion kasi they give you 4 they give you 4 to your Certes as a first power. You power up.
But then, like, are you a host of demons with a demon?
Yeah, that was the idea. Pero anong tawag? Funny kasi.
I'm not against it.
Sa
Demons
fourth
together.
pa, makukuha yung like thematic shit. From 1 to 3, nanununtok ako.
I actually have just pendulum back to my Disney princess. It's speaking to me more. So I am back to my
What's
initial.
happening?
I'm so sorry. It's so hard.
No, it's okay. That's why I made this sheet. Imagine if we were writing stuff, diba? Di parang, erase, ganun. At least ito, you can just flick the selectors.
So proud.
Tignan ko muna itong British reference sheet.
I'm gonna pick hate and lust. Those are my aggregate. I'm gonna
Baka
be what? No, they kind of match. Hate and lust.
Mm.
Ay, wait,
Lance,
hatred
baka
pala.
type mo Weave, weaves and squirms.
Okay, that was my... Tinignan ka. Sige, tignan ko muna. Asan na ba yun? Oh
Tap.
God.
Pwede ka rin weave stealth with sorcery.
Yeah, I looked at that one, but back to my Disney princess. So I'm a.
Ayaw mo ng turnstiles into reality.
I like that one too. I super like that one too. It's just so hard to pick.
Shepherd's minds.
But I like being pretty. But the Rebels in Beauty is like, like in my head, I'm looking at all these other fortes. But then the Rebel in Beauty forte is just like looking at me with the arms crossed or over his chest. It's like, alam mo naman babalikan mo ako eh. So, ba't ka pa nagkukunwari? So, so I think I will just stay there. I
You
like
fuel.
Rocky, did you try reading na How Far Your Power Goes?
Medyo.
Sa Forte reference.
Mm-mm.
Medyo scary din siya. No?
Towards the end, I become the words.
yeah, that was
where,
pretty
where
cool.
the other one come from the words? Tas parang, what are these choices?
Or yung you change one letter.
Mm.
You change the name.
Sorry. I like blood, I think. That's so edgy though. Ang hirap. Man. But I think that will give me a lot of things to play around with.
Those he knows the word pala, very interaction. Parang, let me review my log. Interaction is not notable. Kung ganon, I'll move 1 point. Parang would be important. Still not my highest, but that's fine.
So sticking
He
to
listens-
hosts, Legion?
No, I'll listen to whispers.
Ooh.
I thought about that one too.
Solid.
Dude, it's very demon also.
Need bargaining chips, basically.
Oh my god.
Ang hirap mamili. I also like the warp time and space too.
And to think about it, no, this is just something your character can do. It's not even their spell casting.
Yeah,
So
like
Lance,
established.
you selected na and you're able to copy it. Okay, good. Rocky has copied na rin. Ino na lang.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. It's so hard.
Decide. Choose.
Okay, ang hirap naman. Okay.
Keep singing.
I'm so
Disney
sorry.
princess,
It's
Disney
so
princess, di ba?
Man, pero parang tama ka, no? Kasi like, if I already have Rebels in Beauty, then using, Lust kinda just does
Di
the
ba?
same
You want
thing.
to, you want to spread it out somewhat eh. Kasi if it's
Yeah,
two the same, mamaya, when you level up this one, ba't ko pa to level up eh? Mas magaling na ako dito. Diba? So,
okay. Okay, I'll pick Freedom. Blood and Freedom. Those are fun, I guess.
for your aggregates.
For my aggregates. Okay. What do I need to copy paste? I'm so sorry.
So, dun sa Forte, have
Uh-oh.
you decided on your Forte na?
Yeah, I picked Rebels in Beauty.
Okay, so under the Forte reference,
Forte reference.
Revels in Beauty is in row 235. You can copy the first step.
Persuasion. Okay.
Yeah, so copy the whole box and then just paste it in your Forte sheet.
So I add 3 Bennett to my interaction pool. Wow, where do I put that?
No, it's something you activate.
It's an ability thing. It's a thing. It's a thing.
Okay.
So it's
okay,
like vampire.
okay.
It's like presence.
I see.
When you
I
activate
see, yeah.
presence, may extra 3 points ka to interaction rolls.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
We're done with the Forte. Let us now continue. So you've chosen your Soul Guardians. You've chosen your foundation. Your Forte. You've finalized your heart. Let's now finalize your foundation. So to finalize your foundation, we first define your home. So everyone on your sheet, go to your home plus hood, but know that you will be referencing some of the information you've gained from your other sections. The starting home and starting special bonuses should have populated based on what you chose.
Okay.
Do you see that now?
Home. Again, sorry. I got a bit
So
behind.
under home and hood, under the home
there I
and
see.
hood sheet, column C7, your starting home should have populated already there.
Prominent, large, or unique. Level
Yeah,
3, ganda.
and then under E7, there's also the mention of if you have any augments.
Augments. Okay.
Okay, so let's map out the home. Your home is your home in the actuality. This is not your home in the shadow. This is your
Mhm.
home in the indigo. This is your home in indigo, which is under the indigo sun. Everyone's home is an extension of themselves. That's why their homes are always magical in some way. They're always strange. They're always secrets. There's always something that is unexpected. Homes are furnished, usually modestly. So, first, we'll determine your specifics of your house, starting with its foundation, the type of house, the size, the location, and then the peculiarities. So, in terms of size, so there's small, average, large, prominent, unique, and hidden. Your starting home tells you your possible options. On the space beside that, you can write what you're choosing.
Beside is column A or column
So
D?
so D7.
D.
You could put in A5 the final size of your home, and then in A7 the level of your home. But in D7 you can like put some of your notes kung nagpa-finalize ka pa. Okay. Small homes tend to be like an apartment room or a flat. They can be a small house and have a maximum of 5 augments. Average homes are a typical house with around 5 to 6 rooms. They can also be a large apartment or a suite if you desire. An average home can have up to 7 augments. Large homes are usually if you want a manor or a multi-level tower. A large home usually has around 12 rooms and can have up to 8 augments. If you're wondering what augments are, think of augments as forte for your house.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Prominent homes are not necessarily large or fancy, but they are known. They are well known. So if you have if you choose a prominent home, you're someone others can visit kahit di mo pa kilala.
Yeah.
Prominent home can have up to 7 augments. And then the unique home, they're usually small with like 3 to 5 rooms lang, but they can be very strange. For example, it might be a half sunken ship in the harbor. Or maybe it's on the top of a clock tower.
Yung hidden.
Hidden homes are usually where you do not expect it to be a ruin, a sewer, a cave at the back of a business. So they're usually small also with 3 to 4 rooms and will have up to 5 augments. So decide now on your home. Think of this as what you always lived in or what you currently live in because what you used to live in di mo maalala. So depende yan sa character nyo. Kasi nga, di ba, you've all come back from the gray at some point in time. They're not necessarily recent returns. So if you want, you used to lagi kang may manor dati pa, so you have a large home. Or you want,
Mhm.
your character kasi is currently, let's say yours, Rocky, is small. But maybe it's because you really have a manor and you just don't remember. You don't, yeah, parang ganun. That's fine also. But we're dealing with what you're living in now.
Okay. Parang unique sounds better than hidden.
Unique is up to 6 augments. You can write that down dun sa D7 area para at least you don't forget.
Hood D7. There. I put prominent. How many augments to?
Prominent is up to 7 augments.
And then large is up to 8
Large
yata.
is up to 8. Yes.
What's the difference between the two again?
Prominent people know it.
Large is just big.
So, Lord of the Rings, yung tower ni ano is prominent.
Saruman.
Oo. Di ba? Everyone knows the White Tower.
Okay.
But big is like what, Rivendell or something?
Oh, parang ganon. Which some don't know exists, di ba?
But it's huge.
Oo.
Okay.
Now I want to be prominent.
I figured
Lance?
demonic. Eldritch.
No, I'm doing average.
Okay, there. You're going for average. So average is up to 7 augments.
But in terms of size, how big is a unique?
Average,
Hindi, a unique.
unique tend to be 3 to 5 rooms lang. So they're kind of like average lang.
So on the size box, average siya, more or less. The size rating.
Small, yung description niya, small.
Then we all start level 1?
Depende. Some of you nakasulat, it starts at a certain level.
Oh, okay. So sorry, that wasn't an or. That's an and.
Si prominent, From minute nagsa-start sa 3, ikaw nagsa-start sa ano,
4.
sa 4.
Mhm.
Lance is starting at level 3. Yeah, nakahiwala yung A7 kasi later in the game pag nag-advance na yan, you can change it. But at least may note pa rin na starting nyo. Okay?
Level 3.
So, everyone done with their initial home details? Let's now go to the next step. Peculiarities. Every home has a peculiarity, probably more than one. You start the narrative knowing only one of them. And then we can add as it goes further. So peculiarities, you can write this also under D7 for now. Or you can work it into your description later on. Examples. It's a historically significant location, or it has a difficult landlord, or it's growing, or the structure is mainly mirrors. House appearance changes based on the dreams the owner had.
Mhm.
Then pwede ring infestations. House has a demon. Or there are
Peculiar.
spiders. Yan.
I
So
still
choose
put this on
one.
D7, no?
All of you will choose one. You can make it part of your description later, but for now, it's a D7 just for speed.
D7.
Right?
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Write a brief descriptor of what makes your house peculiar.
D7. Okay.
Yeah. Under D7,
Yeah.
Lance, sinulat mo rin yung ano mo, no? Augments mo hanggang 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the infested one. My house is infested by homeless hot people.
Oh my god.
By like homeless angels or something.
So laging may tao na laging ka may groupies.
No, and like like this in my head. You know, there like when like you shine the light on like may pagbukas mo and then the cockroaches scatter, parang ganon.
Oh
But
my
instead of
god.
cockroaches, they're like these
Just
Grecian
cocks.
looking males and females.
So your home is infested with lovers.
Uh, like I don't know, like spirits of ecstasy or something like that.
Mm.
Like
Love
I
making
don't know,
lovers, I guess, is a better
something
way
like
to say
that.
it for now.
Sure.
And then we'll define it better once we go through lines and veils.
Okay.
I don't know how to figure out peculiar.
Do you want yours always cluttered? Do you want yours bigger on the inside? You make her.
I'm pretty
I mean,
chill.
yes.
I just want my flowers and my plants to grow big.
So parang may
Overgrown.
accelerated growth ng plants in your.
No, physically, like if a rose is like maybe a palm big, my roses are hand size big.
Okay.
And if I plant tomatoes, they're prized tomatoes, heirloom
Okay.
tomatoes.
Got it. It's a growing area.
I have this idea of a cottage core house na kasi, so we're gonna go with that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Rocky?
Oh wait, I changed my new I like a new peculiarity. So sorry. I like it when in my house when people have like dramatic emotional moments. It triggers like a vision and background with the leaves falling or like the petals falling and stuff like that.
So your house is madrama. Basically, yun
Oh,
yung
yes.
peculiarity
My
niya.
house- I like it. My house is
Parang
drama.
if you're about to step through, everyone feels a chill and they look at the door and then biglang may sunlight doon and then papasok ka, hello!
May background music ba yung house mo? Pag nag-emote ka, umuulan sa baba. May background music.
My house
Yeah.
has a drama persona.
Yeah, and your
I like it.
house embraces
Yeah.
drama.
Yeah.
Rocky?
When I'm sad, it'll rain or ganon.
I kind of want which is a little Pratchett-esque. He likes the concept of it does. I'm not a shop, but in Pratchett, it's the shop, the mysterious shop that always shows up on the street
Mm-hmm.
that disappear. But I don't know how to like because I'm also hermity and I don't like people.
So you have a door that opens into random locations because people want to visit the shop.
But am I a shop? I guess I'm a shop.
Kumbaga, yun yung ano mo nga eh. Parang you live so far away, but then the shop side of your house, laging ting ting. Oh, great, some customer. Parang
like-
ganun.
It's like a reverse howl or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay,
Ooh, I
that
like
works.
So how do we say that? Ano?
door opens to random location.
I'll just go infinite shop door.
And I presume it's you can't initiate it. It's
Yes.
Plano lang, what? We have someone from where? We heard you make ganyan.
It's like a hermit's worst nightmare. So anyway.
Okay, so now that we've established your house, we then continue to your neighborhood. This is a collaborative system. So surprisingly, the GM does not decide. Instead, the players can share their votes and then the active player decides. But the basic idea is Lance and Dino will start with Rocky. Each of you suggest one of Rocky's neighbors.
Oh, okay.
And then later the same will be done for each of you.
Nice.
So so for the neighbors, you want to think of how that area where Rocky's character lives is more alive.
Okay. So can you describe your again? Your house? Ganon. So I can.
Property wise, it's unique. I haven't quite figured out the unique appearance of it yet,
Mm,
but it has turned into a shop of some sort. At least may storefront siya.
Or one of
Okay,
its
okay.
rooms is a shop.
Yeah.
So you're
but then
you're
it's sort of like good omens in the sense it's like being a bookseller that doesn't want to sell his books.
nice.
But like I'm a
Okay.
maker and I don't want to sell my stuff. But then people keep kicking me out. That at least in terms of concept. I will figure out other unique appearance for it.
Yeah,
soon.
but that door is the one that appears anywhere.
Yes.
Where does the house stand? So parang they can define the neighbors then. And the
Mhm.
neighbors don't have to be the same building. They could be like just the closest
Yeah.
next building.
Wanting it to be. I don't know if it's like something like a lighthouse, a clock tower, or a uh, uh, something with gears. I mean, kasi the examples of unique were like, ano ba, parang a ruin or I don't know, a sunken
Or
ship thing,
tawag doon? That water thing.
a water wheel. So it's it
Pero
feels,
wala na yung river.
it feels very mill. Pwede in the sense na, sige, it's it has like I guess ganun na lang. Parang it weirdly has a water wheel, but it's landlocked in a forest.
I want like
These are recommendations. Yeah.
yeah, pag ganon, if that's the case, maybe somebody who's I see you as like the book shopkeeper in in Beauty and the Beast, so I think I would want to give you a bell.
A
Somebody
constant
who's
customer.
always yeah.
No. Toby's going to enjoy the.
Why do you say it like it's a bad thing?
My first character was a comic book store owner. I had very annoying customers already.
So you're thinking of a constant customer.
Okay, which is a good a good concept.
Is that right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Give me a little bit more about this customer. So we have a sense of if it's a positive or negative presence. Diba? Is it the makulit na customer na laging naiinis si Rocky? Is it the positive customer na he's happy pag dumadaan kasi something good? Yeah.
I think I'm just really seeing Belle. Medyo maganda yung so somebody who definitely will like borrow a book and then will finish it real fast and would want to. So I guess it's more annoying. Or no, I think I think I would want to give you somebody who you can banter with.
Or someone who knows the space. Got the book.
Mm-mm.
Bye-bye. I'll leave you alone now. Parang ganun.
The Bell naman wasn't annoying. Bell was smart.
And the bookkeeper was very happy, di ba? Na,
Always happy to see her.
so we have a possible Belle. Lance, what about you? What do you suggest as a neighbor?
Okay, so you're probably living in a more rural area? I'm guessing
Yes.
a more rural area. Yeah, kailangan mo talaga ng bisita.
Yun nga eh.
All of you will have a neighbor.
I'm also sorry. I am changing my character again as we
Sige
I
lang.
think I'm gonna
Ano
be
na lang.
What's happening?
Since we're going with Beauty and the Beast, you know the woman who needs 6 eggs na marami siyang baby?
Bakit? Why
Hindi,
are we
kasi
recreating this town?
rural area kayo. So, obviously, mahirap mag-shopping. So, minsan pupunta siya sa bahay nyo, nanghihiram ng eggs, sugar, tapos may kasama siya parating toddler. For some reason, parang buntis siya every
Ah,
Okay.
oh
Given
no.
buy
given the
for you
two,
or something.
given the two, Rocky, which one do you feel you're leaning toward?
Well, I guess the bell sounds great now.
Do you see Belle as one of the Visley or not? And just so you know, in Invisible Sun, there are other things.
Hmm.
The main question lang is if magic user din siya tulad mo.
I think can be not, but is weirdly learned. Alam mo yun? Because I mean, if we're leaning into a bell like archetype, but
Well
she's
read.
or knowledgeable somehow. Okay, I don't
Mm.
sell books, guys. Okay, but
It's
I
not
sell
books.
boxes. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so how do you write
Mhm.
that though? So
Okay, so yeah, we're finalizing it pa. So far we're leaning towards the constant visitor, non-Visley Bell archetype, right?
yes.
So if that will be your choice, then under neighborhood, so under row 17, you could use the first column to write down their name, and then you can write descriptions in the second column. And then marami siya kasi eventually dumadami yung neighbors. You can come up with the name, or you can ask the other players to help you come up with the name. But what's established is non-Visley, well-read, or sorry, non-Visley knowledgeable constant visitor. Because this is a positive presence, you also start immediately with one joy.
Oh, sa log.
So sa log under character creation, mark joy, put one.
Okay, so how do you spell Visley?
VIS it's the no, VISLAE.
LAE.
Hmm. Okay, with that, what's your new character?
No. I look at me penduluming back. I literally just pressed Control Z again and again and again. So I'm still back to my Disney princess.
Okay. So
Yeah.
describe your home and your
Um.
character's relationship to your home.
So my home is basically you get every Disney princess castle and then just smash them into each other at 100 miles per hour. Literal, it's like a fantasy castle with all the what do you call the trellises, painted white trellises with flowers, very like white and pink and with streamers and banners. Tawag doon, yeah, mga gano'n. Well, how else can I describe it? Just very like gaudily pastels and mga like rococo architecture, murals on the and yeah, it's a very maarte gay house. It's a very gay house.
Okay.
I like to host like tea parties or at the morning and based on lines and veils.
What's your
Other kind
surroundings like? Yeah. What's your surroundings like? Is it a
uh,
garden, expansive with walls, or is it an open thing?
maybe like hedges, mga ganon. Hedges with topiaries that say hi to you when you pass by.
So may pagka parang Elizabethan manor with ano
Yeah.
gardens and okay. Okay, that's cool.
Uh,
So Lance, would you like to offer the first possible neighbor?
Yeah. We need a evil stepmother. So,
I do need an
we
evil
will
stepmother.
Oh my god.
the Karen head of the HOA.
Yes,
Or
exactly. I want that.
actually, bad trip lang siya na hindi siya invited sa tea party mo. Kaya tiyatawagan niya parati yung police na parang, oh, there's a disturbance here.
Okay. Yeah, I
Kaya
like
siya
that. I like
and she wants to
uh,
go there. So, yeah, that's my idea,
yeah.
I guess.
Okay.
I,
How about
yeah,
you,
I like
Rocky?
it.
What do you offer? Or do you wanna help the stepmother be more interesting? Wanna help form it more?
I don't know if it's a full on. Well, and I mean, pwede naman yung stepmother. It doesn't have to be stepmothery in the sense. It
Mm-mm.
could be the alphabet to your Galinda. It's your
Ooh.
Huh.
makeover case, but reluctant
Uh,
and I mean, still Karen and still still
But you're my
complains.
makeover case. The
No.
two of you are my makeover. No, I think I kind of like that vein from Lance, but instead of like yung yung this is kind of like the Disney princess meets kind of like Beverly Hills ganon. So it's like the frenemy neighbor or like the other popular girl in school.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Yung like we hate each other, but when we see each other we'll be like, oh hi, beso beso, but like the moment we turn around we'll like roll our eyes at each other, and then
Mm.
we'll just have like backhanded compliments to each other for kind of like a rival, parang ganon.
So is that parang you're combining both the makeover case and stepmother, or is that replacing the stepmother?
Parang it's building on the stepmother kasi what do you call that? Lance said like parang Karen, so I was thinking lang there's
Mm.
like Karen character. But I also like
I
the
guess just to clarify, so hindi na talaga stepmother. It's more
Antagonist ish.
the rival, your rival who is the head of the house homeowners association and inggit
I
sa
kind of like that
popularity
one
mo.
too.
So lagi
Yeah.
kang binabatuhan ng pulis.
Kung may
kasi
homeowners.
kasi
I
dati
like that one too.
siya yung may parties dati.
Okay, okay. I like that too. Yeah, totally.
Okay, the big question is she or he Visley?
Yeah, I would think I would need another Bisley to have a good rivalry.
Okay.
Mm.
So, under your neighborhood, you could write down sa A and C column. Sa A, you could put the name, and then sa C, you could put your brief descriptor.
I can put the name. Oh, I'll give her a name.
Wala pa ako sa name. As usual.
Yeah.
It's like, it's,
Um,
I think for everything of names. Then I
Karen
end up
like
so stupid.
neighbor. Uh, let's see. What do you call that? Sort of rivalry. HOA president. head of
Something
HOA.
like, yeah.
Head
For Lance, syempre, Lance needs like a Ned Flanders. Not puritanical, but
Dude.
a super nice
unreasonably
Ned.
nice and religious. Or
I like that
the
too.
equivalent of religious. Or in this case, is like super stalwart.
I
Well,
like
if
that
you want
too.
religious, there is the church, the what was it called again? The Church of the Saturine ba yun? Which is basically
I
the church of all the Visley.
yeah,
Pwede
I
siya.
want a
But yun nga, hindi,
that's
but di
funny
siya
too.
established. Supporter mindset siya. It's like always like, yay.
Like a yeah, I like a Ned Flanders.
Let's go with it. Perfect.
Supporting your, yay, talking to your demon. Okay, have fun. Supportive naman siya.
Anything you want to add to that? Dino?
Yeah, I want this person to just like be gratingly nice. Like I know, like if one of your demons like accidentally gets into their yard and wrecks some stuff, he'll be like, "Oh, I found your demon. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It just happens. Demons, right? Like,
Um,
demons
wait. So is it a demon?
or
Which
My
one,
neighbor?
Lance?
Is Ned
whatever Lance
No, no,
said.
Flanders a
no, he's
demon?
not. He's the total, Then I actually would be cooler, I think.
Is it an angel?
No, non, non-Whistler.
Oh yeah, like the
I
super
feel.
normal guy.
I mean, not
Yeah,
necessarily
pwede.
normal, but he's not of the orders.
Okay, that works. Pwede yan. Vance, do you accept this neighbor?
Let's do it.
Oakley dokley.
So under column A and C, A17, you could write up the name, and then C17, you could write up the description. For Dino, your character, your Karen-like neighbor, you have to come up with a name and put
Yeah.
it in A. Yeah. So think of a good, kahit one name, kahit first name lang, that's fine. But then since she is a source, he or she is a source of scorn for you, you start with one despair.
Damn it. Okay.
Di
So,
ba?
so
Ano
wh-
siya? Parang, oh my God, yun
what
na naman
is
siya.
what is Ned for for Lance?
Surprisingly, the rules anticipated that. Lance,
Yeah.
because Ned, we're calling Ned lang. I don't know if who Ned talaga yung name.
Sige nga, it could be a girl.
Um, because your Ned Flanders is both positive and possibly negative. You do not start with joy or despair.
Ah,
You instead start with a wicked key.
A what?
a what?
That.
So, under miscellaneous items in your magic and item sheet, write down one wicked key.
Wicked key.
Have you ever watched Lock and Key?
Oh God.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
that's super
Then you
solid.
have an idea what a wicked key
Oh
is
my
like.
God. Whispering metal. Whispering
Until
iron.
until you risk using it, you don't know what it does.
It just goes to
Oh,
my house like all other damn doors. What the hell?
Okay,
Need to name Bell. Who am I gonna name Bell?
I'm gonna name my neighbor Aziraphale.
Aziraphale. Okay,
Oh no, Michael Sheen stuck in my head.
yeah, that works.
Nice place to
Perfect.
be.
I mean, if you wanted to be more
uh,
disturbing, it could have been ano. Hey, neighbor.
Mr. Rogers.
Oh,
God.
I
With
see
the
you're summoning demons today.
that seems swell.
Ano yung meme dati sa Facebook na parang there was comics actually. There was a grandma who didn't know she was doing pentagrams. So
Mhm.
when she summoned the demon, she thought it was her grandchild lang.
That's
And
so
she
Mm.
has the
Oh.
so sweet.
movie and whatnot.
The one I liked was when they summoned the lemon rather than the
Oh
demon.
my god.
Damn cursive! Okay, everyone has their neighbor.
Mhm.
Now we go through the group again. This time, the player starts, and then the others can suggest adjustments. So we'll start with Lance because Lance ended kanina. Lance, tell us about your second neighbor.
My second
Mm.
neighbor. My second neighbor. Okay, I've got a good guy. Sorry, wait, already.
I can go first.
Okay,
If,
Go, go,
go.
need time. Potential boyfriend, potential boyfriend, potential boyfriend.
Your potential boyfriend is your second neighbor.
Yeah. High school prom king meets knight in shining armor. Ay, wait lang. I changed my mind. Sorry.
Mid statement.
I want, tawag doon, I want a big broody guy that I want to fix.
Okay. So big
Uh,
big broody project.
yeah. Like Fairy
Rocky,
Princess meets like Oathbreaker Paladin.
Rocky, tell us how this big broody prince is more interesting. If you have no ideas yet, Lance, you can recommend.
Sorry, when you say broody, it connects to Jon Snow in my head immediately.
That's kinda like what I'm thinking. I was even thinking like a frozen palace is yung name. You know the scene in Minions, yung house ni Gru, tas yung katabing house. Like the black, or that meme, that pink house and that the black house. Parang ganun.
Sobrang opposite mo
Yeah, because opposite
So
attract.
you want a himbo neighbor? Himbo prince neighbor.
Parang
Trigger
kasi,
ng
like
himbo.
I'm already a manic pixie dream girl. Dream gay. I'm already a manic pixie dream gay. So if it's a himbo, it'll just be as stupid. We'll just be like ping ponging stupid at each other.
You'll be dubbed together. Ganun.
I think I need somebody introspective to balance out my my persona.
So, in what way? Kasi posible naman the himbo-ness is certain areas. Diba? Maybe he's actively balancing you out, but then is utterly dumb in certain things.
My character's pretty ditzy. I think I need somebody. I know, is my character stupid? Hindi
Okay,
naman
wait.
pala.
Now have a name. Oh my god. Thank you, Bard. Okay. Imogen is my annoying, knowledgeable concept whistle. Okay.
Nice.
So I'm I asked Bard, give me alternate name for precocious smart Bell style character for a fantasy RPG. Tong been sorry, we've been barding a lot. Barding or chatting at work for mundane things.
Nice.
We're not thinking anymore.
Lol.
Okay. Si Himbo. Mm,
Mga not necessarily himbo kasi siya daw yung manic pixie si ano eh. So, hindi siya full himbo. Maybe just himbo with a certain area.
Is he enough?
What's kanaf?
Kenough. Are you
Kanaf.
Kenough?
I think pwede siyang like
But has a dark secret. No, the classic world of darkness. But he has a dark
pwede
secret.
siya,
I don't know. I don't know.
himbo wise, he can be socially awkward.
What?
Hmm.
Since you're a physical person, what about a doctor? Since you're punching
Medyo clumsy nerdy, parang ganon.
Oh no. It's adorable.
Pwede
Adorable.
naman.
Pwede naman.
Pwede.
What's the twist? Rocky,
So
recommend the twist. Yeah, go Lance.
Enchanted. Yung si Prince Charming sa Enchanted, yung New Yorker siya.
O sa Disenchanted na?
That one.
So medyo ano siya, medyo nako-confuse sa magic.
Siya, why are you
Ooh.
breaking out into song? Does everybody know this dance step?
Okay.
Sobra siyang
Ah,
logical non-grizzly.
Okay.
He's like himbo when
That's
it comes to magic. Kasi logical yung brain niya.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
That's good. That's good.
Rocky,
So-
anything else?
So not of the order then. I mean, he's not Visley. Again.
You want it to be a human who slipped?
Unless somehow he's not. I don't know why. It's the first thing coming to mind. Or he's not real.
Oh, it's not real.
Are you willing to explore that, Dino?
What does that mean?
You'll find out.
Whether he's a
What?
ghost, you imagined
What
him.
interview?
He's a magical
But
construct.
but we'll find out that he's not real in some way.
Okay, that's cool. I think that's
Okay.
cool.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So let's write it down.
It's the first thing I thought of.
Your second neighbor is your
I was waiting for somebody to say like werewolf or something.
He's literally dreamy, you know? I'm so sorry.
That's
I'm so sorry.
solid. I'm G with that.
Okay, so in row 18, you can write down the name and then you can write the descriptor. And I think it's safe to say this is a wicked key.
Where
It
is
may be positive or negative. We'll find out.
Yes.
neighborhood pa rin to, no? So we could.
Yeah.
Yeah,
under,
yeah.
under
We're
neighborhood.
it's your second neighbor.
What will I name him? I
Yeah.
don't
So while
know.
you're thinking of that, Lance, are you ready for yours?
So I have a nice neighbor. I have a nice neighbor.
Wait,
Yeah,
potential boy.
I appended a bit more descriptions to your Aziraphale.
I have the startings of a concept for another neighbor. Because despite me being hermity in the woods and the like, there is another hermit in the woods nearby.
So, dalawa kayong hermits.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it's a Monty Python sketch. Anyway, but it's something. But I don't know necessarily kung maker din siya.
At least the relationship. What do you see as the relationship?
Um,
Is this the silent you respect each other and
but we try as much as possible not to see each other because we're respecting each other's hermitage.
okay.
But it's reassuring to know that there's someone there. So at signs of trouble, we will inevitably run to each other.
So you're close.
trust.
It's your close distant neighbor.
Yes. Just how I like them.
I want to name him.
Keep your friends relatively nearby, but not too close.
You know what you were saying?
I said I just named him Felix, my potential boyfriend.
Okay.
You're not
I'll
real
append,
boyfriend.
I'll append the descriptor to it.
Okay.
Felix.
Okay. So Lance or Dino, any recommendations for the friendly, close but distant neighbor? The other hermit?
What's a good way to ano?
Something personality? It is something of its nature? Is it something of its desires, expectations?
I'm thinking of it kind of works parallel to you. You're a hermit because you're like a maker and you like to build things. I was thinking like a Vance who just constantly like experiments with spells.
So if I'm more stoic and deliberate, he's wilder and experimental. Is
Mm.
it?
Pwede.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then there's that very odd, rare. Would you happen to know a spell to do this, or would you happen to have an item to do this? And then okay,
And then I can
pwede,
just
pwede.
imagine his house like has these random explosions in it, or like
Mm.
mga
Okay, Lance, would you like to add any suggestions to it or adjustments?
Vance magic, their magic is more explosive.
No, more on nag-experiments events. Kaya may mga explosions.
I don't know. Does he come to you in many forms because he keeps accidentally?
yeah.
Alam mo yung short, wild magic, Dino.
Lagi
Yeah,
iba yung itsura niya. That works, that works.
Yeah,
Always
that
shows up looking different.
Mm. Nako, face of the everyman. No, kidding. Ay, minsan tanga si Bard.
Okay, so Rocky, you could write that up as your neighbor.
Wait,
na for me, may churchmate akong kapitbahay. Then somebody from the order of Goetia, I guess.
Yeah. So for Rocky, you also get a wicked key because it can go positive or negative. Your neighbor. And then Lance, sorry, you were saying.
I have my
God.
boss next. I'll have my Goetia boss next door.
Your boss.
We're in an organization, right? Yeah, I'll have my boss next door.
Basta someone higher level than you, basically.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Any other recommendations about this one? Anyone?
Sorry, I'm also juggling names.
Oh, sorry. Dino, you get Joy for the other guy.
Okay. Saan ko lalagay
Hindi
yung
na
joy ulit?
key.
Saan ko
Sa,
lalagay?
wait.
you gave a key, di ba?
I have a
Hindi
key
ba key
because
yung
I don't
una?
know if he's real.
Yeah,
No,
key for
Penelope
Felix.
It's
is...
not.
Penelope is despair.
Yeah. Where ko lalagay yun ulit? I can't. I'm so sorry.
So sa 13
Which Sa
under
display?
sa purple section ng 13, there's Joy, Despair, Crooks, and Achimen.
Okay.
Sa log,
So,
sa log.
okay. As a log, sorry.
Yeah.
So, I give myself 1
Despair.
despair.
Yeah.
Sa 13 section. Okay. And then, ano yung isa? Where do I put
It's a
my
wicked
key?
key. The wicked
Where-
key, you put some miscellaneous magic items.
Miscellaneous magic item. Wicked.
Yeah, so Lance, you have a wicked key for your first one. And then for your second one, your boss, that's definitely going to be Despair. Rocky and Dino, any suggestions on the boss?
Going through a divorce. Do villages
Okay.
live by themselves?
It's gonna be worse.
No, they have families too. So he's going for divorce.
He hates Ned.
And he hates that! He hates a
I'm
Zero
Ned now. Adopt Ned. I protect Ned. Okay, Ned is a positive thing now.
Okay.
He hates Ned. Sorry, where do wicked key? Oh, there, I found it. Wicked keys. Okay. Wicked key. So I have a wicked key for my neighbor now.
All right.
Oof.
The despair.
And we're gonna open that one very soon.
Despair is under log, Lance.
Log.
The
Yeah.
purple.
Under row 13, column O ang despair.
Row 13, column O, got it. My boss, he's just recently divorced. He's not happy with anything.
Okay.
So random yung recently.
And now, last is each of you suggest 1 point of interest. This is basically for the neighborhood. So
the location.
for the general area, you might choose there's a hospital, or you choose there's a zoo and it's filled with, I don't know, extinct animals or something like that. But think of points of interest that you'd like to add to surroundings.
Tigi-tigisa, or we all agree on one?
You all share one because it's the neighborhood, so all of you can access this place basically.
Oh.
Okay. What's good? Like a giant pit that leads to somewhere.
The giant pit.
Okay. Yeah.
It can be a cave. It can be a
Mhm.
so stereotypically ominous large dark cave
Yeah,
that's always inviting you in.
I like it.
Okay, everyone write that down as one of the places of interest in the neighborhood.
Dark cave.
Dark mysterious cave.
Everyone gets one despair for that.
Oops. Get too much despair. Is despair good?
Nope. Either they all lead to things depending on quantity.
May path
But
sila eh.
why is it bad? Isn't it like another, like it can be good or bad? It's mysterious. We don't know what's inside.
But it makes your property look odd.
Oh no, I don't like it anymore.
Diba? I mean, ang ganda-ganda ng bahay niya at lahat, tapos bigla lang may cave.
Cave.
With weird
Yeah.
sounds coming from.
Okay, second,
You're adding to it.
second place. So, Dino provided the cave pit.
I want a kitchen, okay?
What?
Doon nagtatrabaho yung a soup kitchen.
A soup kitchen.
Wow.
Oh my god, I like
There.
that too.
Si Penelope, tapos si Aziraphale, tapos sumasama. Because, it's a community center. Something
Okay,
everyone has
community
to
center.
do.
So, we have a massive community center.
Massive
Anyone want to add to
community
it, or is it fine as it is?
A massive
In terms of
community
properties, it's what? Because it's so there's like a dedicated. There always seem to be charitable works happening at it. Is that what we're saying?
So, it's a very active community center. Okay, that's joy for everyone.
Massive
Yeah.
active community center. Good job. Run by
then Rocky.
angels.
Pwede.
Mag-events. Then
You want it to be run by angels?
obviously not
Everyone
for
gets
me.
joy, but Lance gets despair. No? I don't think it needs to be literal angels.
They're all dressed as angels.
Oh my god,
Wait,
that becomes
do we know
annoying.
if they're angels or do we know if other creatures are other creatures?
There are other magical creatures outside the order.
Yeah, but it's not something you automatically see.
Normal na lang tas Toby ko na bahala
Yeah.
mag-surprise.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, actually, no.
It's up to us.
It's more on Lance. Tell me if you want to discover a secret. Diba? And then you're like, I'll do arc. I'll discover the secret behind the angels if they're really angels. That's how this game works. See? So it's very weird. It's very player facing. Rocky, last location.
A really, really big old tree with squirrels.
Is it like skyscraper sized tree?
Yes, it's
my God.
redwoody, lush with squirrels.
Okay, everyone, write that down.
Okay.
The squirrels are important.
Scraper sized tree. With what?
Squirrels.
With squirrels.
Trained squirrels. I'm kidding.
Yeah. So each of you must choose joy or despair based on how you feel about the squirrels and the tree.
I get to talk to the
Kasi
squirrels.
For some people, it's a menace. For others, they're happy that there's wildlife.
I get to
So,
talk
Joy
to them.
for me. I like it. Joy.
Joy for me.
One
I'm
day
gonna-
I'll live in that tree away from all of you. I just
I
have
probably-
to find the right
yeah.
way.
Sorry, Dino, pakibaba to row 13.
I'm so sorry. Itong
Yeah.
Other
Joy and
other
despair
points.
mo.
I'm gonna pick despair kasi sometimes my demons eat them and I have to explain it. Daming dead squirrels harap ng bahay.
No, not the squirrels.
Okay, we're done with our points of interest. Now, all of you as a group, you need to come up with 2 local problems. So knowing we have the pit, knowing we have the giant tree with squirrels, knowing our neighbors, and knowing we have the community center. Come up as a group with 2 possible points of concern. So this is parang the starting stories your characters will explore.
Squirrels. No, I'm kidding. No.
The squirrels have been forming a union.
We have to do something about Aziraphale. No.
Ano kaya? I'm thinking something attracting people to the cave. And they go
Oh my
inside and get lost.
The people have been disappearing in the cave. That's one of
Ooh,
our
okay.
that's one of
okay.
our neighbor problems. Does that sound right?
Oh,
That sounds
Yeah.
feasible. Damn cave, just because it's there, don't go in.
So so dun sa neighborhood column D kapantay ni cave, you can put problem, people disappearing.
Sorry,
Do they have to be related? Can
To
it
the
be
stuff you
like,
have in the neighborhood.
can it
Yeah.
be, I was thinking like in the community center, people who visit the community center or like had some soup from the soup kitchen, start disappearing into the cave.
Possible, but if you think about it, that
Like a
could be
lot.
something you learn from people disappearing
Ah,
in the cave.
tama.
You get
Okay,
mo?
okay.
But you're ano you're solving it na eh.
I
It's a
see.
story
Oo
step.
nga 'no.
It's a story step.
Oo.
Sorry. Oo.
Sorry.
Yeah.
7C.
Mm. Kasi sayang eh. That's something you can learn in game rather
Okay,
than
okay.
make it already part of the start.
Okay,
So
tama.
we have
I'll keep it
one.
there.
People have been disappearing in the cave. That's definitely a source of despair for everyone. So everyone starts with another point of despair. And again, these are not bad things because you now, if you look at it, you can already buy stuff with Crocs later.
Oh, yeah.
Diba? Second problem. Any recommendations? And again, these problems do not have to be limited to the stuff in the neighborhood. It could be something new that hasn't been defined in the neighborhood that you all like. Is there a new neighbor that none of you have looked into and everyone's curious about? Have there been certain events, weird weather, strange occurrences that you might need to look into?
Um,
Or
I
maybe it's not something bad. Maybe there's an upcoming festival and no one has planned for it or something like that. Diba?
I
So,
I put into consideration freestanding door has just appeared. I mean, we have keys.
Let's do
Door
it.
He needs a door, so it's on both sides. It's a door.
where?
I think the equivalent of like in the middle of a field. It's like it's just a door.
A nondescript field. Na,
Yes, it's not against a tree. It's not. It's just standing, and there's a door. Or it's very dark tower. But
okay. Everyone happy with that?
curious door.
Mysterious door.
So mysterious door has appeared. For this, I'm willing to give you guys joy for it.
Sorry, I'm
Yes.
explorer.
Yeah, and
Uh,
more chances for crooks if you want to convert the crooks when we're done with character creation. So we're done with our 2 points of interest in the sorry, we're done with our points of interest. We're done with our local problems slash rumors. So given now that you have your joy, your despair, and your wicked keys, we can then move to the next step. The next step, which is your bonds. Everyone can go back to the Visley sheet.
okay, Visleshi.
Sorry, not Visley sheet. The people sheet.
People sheet. Bonds.
Okay. So PC bonds are different from NPC bonds. NPC bonds are called connections. So currently, all of you have a connection with your order, but none of you have connections yet with other people. So even Ned, even Imogen, hindi pa kayo super close compared to the other player card. Okay? You all know each other because you actually knew each other before you went to the grave. And then after you've remembered yourselves, you were among the first people you reconnected with. So this is to just remove the players still going through the who are you? I don't know who you are. Whether you trust each other, that's what the bonds are for. So under PC bonds, within 8 and 9 of column A, write down the name of the player for now since wala pa tayong character names. So each of you will write the other two players.
Got it.
Of the two players, you must choose one player character who you will share a bond with. If you share a bond with that player, the two of you can work together character arcs. So let's say Lance has a discover a secret as a character arc, but then may bond siya kay Dino. Dino can join that character arc. They can split the acumen cost. And then as they progress through the character arc, they're both gaining acumen.
Ooh. And then
So
the
that's the
other
joy
one.
of PC bonds. The one without the PC bond, they can still be part of the character arc. It's just that they have to be able to spend acumen to create a new character arc matching that one. So for example, if Lance was solving a mystery and then approached Rocky and Rocky's not a bond, Rocky may choose to help, but he now has to pay and have his own solving a mystery. So medyo mas mahirap. And that represents how since hindi sila ganun ka-close, magdadalawang isip talaga yung player na, do I really have time to do this? I want to focus on my own things. And that kind of represents that relationship. Okay?
Okay.
So let's talk about the bonds before you decide. There's close friends. If you are close friends with the other player, they gain the benefit of that connection as well. So, if Rocky later buys a connection with Aziraphale, Pino talking to Rocky can benefit from the connection with Aziraphale. Ganun yung effect ng close friends. Drawback, if one is imperiled, the other one will lose an action out of fear. So magkakaroon ka ng one turn na hindi ka makakakilos the moment ma-danger yung isa. Okay? Next, fated companions. The two of you keep bumping into each other. The two of you keep finding times where you're doing the same thing. Some point in the narrative, both of you will refresh all pools and injuries and wounds and anguishes and succeed on your next action. This is something that will trigger when both players choose to have it happen. But it will only happen once in the entire campaign.
Oh.
So yung fated, may time na, this is it, this is the fated moment! We heal everything! We succeed! And then tapos na. So that's fated companions. Fellow students, you studied together and thus know each other. You will both start with a level 3 spell. That's the same spell. Drawback, you can only use that spell when you're within long range of each other.
That sounds specific.
Wow.
Within long range, so pwedeng closer. But basically, pagka longer than long range, you can't use the spell. Friends from the past. So not only are you familiar with each other's homes, but you're really close and familiar with each other's abilities, personalities, backgrounds, etc. Each of you gets a level 1 connection to a group that you both have. So you can parang may order ng Goetics, order ng Makers, then you can both be also connected to another order. Kasi doon yung friendship niyo. Drawback, same as earlier, pag na-imperil yung isa, mawawala na action yung isa. For one time. Housemates. Housemates is tricky. One of you must lose a house.
Oh no.
Kasi nakikitira ka dun sa house ng isa.
We're so attached to our houses.
But your values for your houses are combined.
Oh.
It's just that physically, it's one house.
Pass.
So yung shop ni Rocky, baka it's one of the rooms sa palace ni Dino, for example. Parang ganon.
You married your Sims characters. That's what it is.
Okay, lovers. The two characters are in love. They share a close relationship. They may be spouses. Benefit. When they're close, they have +1 to all actions they do.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, that's cute.
Drawback. When they're apart for more than a day, they start
Grabe.
suffering scourge. Scourge is mental damage.
That's toxic. A healthy distance is good for relationship.
Mystic bond. Characters are linked by a deep magical connection. Magic flows from one to the other. Benefit. They can affect each other with their spells and abilities, even if it's meant to affect only themselves. So you have a power that allows you to understand anyone. She also benefits from it. Or Lance kunyari can make a deal with the demon. The demon turns to that guy. Oh shit. I have to do it with you too. May ganong effect yung mystic bond. Drawback. Anytime one suffers any kind of damage, the other also suffers it, no matter how far apart they are.
Wow.
Relatives. You are related in some way. You'll both start with a level 1 skill. It must be the same skill. So there's something you both learn together. Drawback, when you suffer a wound, the other suffers 1 mental damage.
Oh, that's cute.
Na ano siya, natatrauma siya na nasasaktan yung isa. Rivals. The two characters share a friendly rivalry. They do not want the other to fail. They just want to succeed better.
That's so funny.
Each time one character succeeds at the action, the other is incentivized and gains a +1 on their next action. Drawback. If they're apart for more than an hour, their rivalry ceases and needs to recharge for a day. Pag nagkita kayo, hindi siya magte-trigger ulit. Kailangan mag-build up, may slow build up ulit until
Mm.
magkakahamunan na ulit. Shadow friends. This is gonna be interesting.
Your friends
You
from the
knew
shadow.
you knew each other in
I
your
kind of
time
like
in the
that one.
shadow.
I kind of like
You
that one a lot.
escaped shadow most likely at the same time. You will both start with the same shadow skill that will be at level 3 instead of 2. We'll get to shadow skills later. Drawback, when one is pulled into shadow, and this normally happens when a player is absent, the other has -1 on all rolls. Okay? Last 3, soulmates. Soulmates is different from how we understand it in Gray. Soulmates are two characters who have already revealed their secret soul names to each other, and thus they can trade joy and despair freely.
Wow.
Ooh,
The
that's cool.
drawback is they know each other's soul name. So if ever magkaroon ng reason to betray each other or what, it's
Yes.
very easy. So it's really players having to trust each other. Stewardship. One is protecting or watching over the other. Benefit, the protected character gets +1 to dodge actions whenever the steward is close. Drawback, steward suffers -1 to dodge actions while protecting the other.
Mm.
And the last one, unrequited bond. One character would like to be bonded to the other, but the other doesn't share that feeling. And thus, the bond only affects one character.
Wow.
The character who would like to form the bond has +1 to all actions when the other is close. The character who is uninterested can always move a short distance away if they
Oh my God.
want to.
Yeah.
Drawback. Character who is uninterested in the bond is, as a default, never close. So the character who wants the bond will always try to find ways to get closer again.
Oh.
So those are the possible bonds. So choose one and a player who you think you want to have that bond with, and discuss if that's okay with your concepts.
I really like the shadow friends.
Mm.
That was the one that's super interesting to me. Uh, I who want I am fine with either. Like I think it's
Siyempre, I feel like the last one really plays well to me, but I have to be the reluctant.
okay.
Lance, what are you thinking?
Can you only have one type of relationship with the character?
It ends up becoming two because you'll all choose one.
Yeah, but okay. Okay.
Uh-oh. What are you open to, Lance?
Stick bond is fun. To Shadow Friends and Mystic Bond.
Nice.
Okay.
So I guess since we
So-
both like shadow friends.
So Dino can choose you as Shadow Friend, and then you could choose Rocky as Mystic Bond.
You want to hear
And then-
whispers?
And then Rocky has Dino as the unrequited bond. gusto ni Dino kumonek sa'yo, pero layo ka na layo. Does that sound okay?
That sounds great.
That's okay.
So write
So-
that down under your sheets.
Ang
Dun sa-
Dino's
ang galing.
Oh, right?
What again?
Your character's more physical.
Whoa.
Sakto
To be,
lang.
may mali sa formula.
What happened?
When I populated unrequited bond in B8, all cells populated.
Oh,
Oo nga,
Hindi
no?
mo pala update yung formula.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's all the same cell reference. That's okay. It's
Ah,
minor.
It's okay. Am
Okay,
I
we'll
more
have
physical? Not really. I'm a princess that's waiting to be saved. Hindi, sakto lang. My physicality is 2. That's okay. I think. I don't know.
I'm adjusting it.
I mean, you adjust one, then paste to all sheets. It should work. Kasi it's a VLOOKUP reference lang naman.
Mm-mm.
Di mo lang na-modify yung cells kasi naka-dollar pareho.
Yeah.
Dollar, cheese, burger, please.
I think both our interacts are good.
So wait, ano, so Dino, I have Unrequited, and then Lance, I have
Yeah.
Mystic. Huh? Okay.
Yeah. That's funny. Why do I want to be close with you?
You think you're Belle.
I do think. um,
Because you just want to be close to everyone.
I guess yeah. Uh, hmm.
And you can't
No.
understand why this person won't get close.
Yeah. Like gift
Oh my god.
baskets and
I
stuff.
see what you have to do. Yeah. Actually, kahit tanggalin mo lang yung dollar sign.
It's okay. I'm fixing it now.
Yun nga,
Di na yung Betty White.
Hmm?
you're
If it was
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well,
Oh my
we're-
god. You're being Arthur Rocky.
Yeah.
Where
Oh
were the
my
Golden
God.
Girls?
We're playing the golden. No, I don't think
And
I'm
who are
Betty
you,
White.
Ruth?
I think I'm Ruth. I'm
I
the
wanna see
slutty one.
Sophia.
No, the slutty one was
Blanche.
Blanche.
Blanche, oh yeah.
Ruth is the grandma.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah,
mom,
yeah.
they're all grandma, but yeah, the mom.
I think
Sophia
I am
Petrova.
Blanche.
Yeah, I think I wanna be Sophia Petrova.
Lahat ng characters, Golden Girls yung peg. What the
Lols.
hell? What did he look like?
Yeah, makes sense kasi siya yung Disney princess. So why is this other person not in love with him?
Okay, I fixed it now. Alright, so everyone has chosen their bonds. We now move to ephemera.
Ephemera.
So you start with the number of ephemera you start with is your maximum as dictated by your order. So some of you will have 2, 3, or 4, and then some of you may choose to have incantations rather than ephemera if you choose to, as listed there. I did not create entries for all of them because I'm not that crazy.
Where can
So
I
you
find
say-
it?
So what we're going to do is normally this is a deck of cards.
Mhm.
But since we don't have that deck,
What are ephemera are like magic items,
yes,
but only one use.
depende.
Ah,
Generally, yes, but some of them, no.
okay.
Parang, some of the rarer ones can be used a few times, may charges.
This one, Toby, let me send. Because I have a PDF.
No, I have the PDF naman. It's just that I'm also double checking something now. Oh, okay, there. I want to see if their app covers the ephemera. I know their app covers the sun paths and the sooth cards, but I want to see if it also allows ephemera random draw.
I've chose 2 different aggregates and I think they're perfect. I chose wind and woods.
So ano ka, Pocahontas?
Or like a Disney princess. Kasi yun lang yung nakikita kong pwedeng song eh. Like the wind.
I just realized that Aziraphale is my neighbor and Crowley is my boss.
Nice.
Dami namang for an app. Daming kaartihan.
What are you trying to do?
There's the Invisible Sun app.
Bakit
Okay,
dun sa
I've-
Weaver reference, meron moon pero walang sun?
Yes.
These are the only aggregates that are allowed.
Walang ephemera randomization done. So can all of you roll 2d10?
Sun. Where?
I'm just going
Sa
to
Discord.
Google. I got 4.
4 and 4 for Rocky.
Slash roll ba to?
Slash R?
roll.
Oh yeah, there is a
10
chat
and
here.
9. I got 10 and 9.
Well, 0 and 9.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 0 and 9.
I roll tens all the time, zeros all the time pa naman.
Sorry, are there guns in this world? Right,
Yes.
ano naman.
So Rocky, you rolled ano ulit?
4 and 4.
I think my character's name is gonna be
Rocky, I am sending you via PM. And then for now, I guess you can just paste it somewhere sa sheet mo or ano or dun sa slides. Only because I did not track the ephemera separately at that. 4 and 4, no?
No. Where are you messaging? Okay,
Discord.
sorry.
Ito yung ano eh. Had we had the actual game, it would be cards that I'd hand out.
So this is my first ephemera.
Yeah. So you could just type the name in your spreadsheet at least, but you have the image as your reference. And your second, and then let me know na lang if you want 2 more or if you'll go incantations. Dino, you got 9, 0 and
9.
0 and 9.
What the hell is this ability?
Yep.
Where do I
Strange, no?
get to see it?
Discord. I'll be
Discord
sending you the
PM.
image.
Okay.
Okay. The second one, and then Lance, your roll.
I got 9 and a 7.
9 and a 7. Okay, I'll get back to you. So I sent you all your first 2, and then depending on your max, I should send you more. So Rocky, do you want 2 more or do you want incantations? And sadly, it's random.
I think I'll get incantations. Iba.
Okay, roll 2 dice.
I'm retyping the card entirely.
I'm thinking you could also store it as slides. You can create a slide for you and then put the images there.
Maybe. I'll roll first.
Mhm.
I'll give myself more fighty stuff. Wala.
Go lang. Adjust your stats, kaya pa.
Kaya pa naman. I'll lower my perception to 1 so I don't
9 and
notice.
7.
What's the maximum stat? Wala ba
20.
siyang max? Oh, so these can all just go up.
Those are human ranges.
Okay.
I like the second ephemera.
Okay. Lance, how many more ephemera for you?
Oh, sorry. Hindi ko napansin na you sent some.
Take incantation.
Physical challenge.
Where do I write?
Kasi Lance, you're supposed to have 3
Oh,
ephemera use mo.
yeah.
So I gave you 2, I'll give you 1 more. You're not allowed to have incantations. Wala siya sa options mo. So roll a die, please.
You have a demon.
True. 10.
How
0.
do I write this?
Oh my god, really? Minsan ang ganda ng name. Parang seamstress of perfection. And then I conjure hundreds of spiders.
That's cool. Can I
That
just copy
immediately
paste these
weave an
photos?
outfit.
Can I just copy paste these photos here?
You can put them in. You can create a slide for yourself and then paste those images into the slides.
Nako.
Do you know how many more ephemera for you?
How do I found out? Ephemera use, I can use 3 safe.
Okay, so you
So-
can have 1 more.
1 more. So I roll another D.
Yes.
What do I roll?
D10.
D10.
Oh my god.
Where'd it go?
Ang awesome ng spider thing. But one time use to.
Wait, you could use that and craft something and put that in there and make it permanent. That's the maker power.
No, but I like having spiders at my beck and call. But all they do is Cinderella.
6.
They make spider silk outfits.
I like it. I wish I have it.
Kaya it's like, kaya nga, am I going to become a fairy godfather?
What's your number?
That's why I want to make friends character. Yes, spider. I got 6.
6. Okay, one moment. Diba, pati ako napapaisip ako kasi I see that name and I'm like, what is this? And then I'm waiting to see the description.
Sobrang bagay yung second power.
So the ephemera are more cantrippy. But they're items kasi. But
So they tend to be potions or tablets or parang ganun yung mga you use it and then
And then they're all just one use, no?
No,
All the things that I'm
sometimes they're
getting.
more.
But the two things I have now is one lang. And how long did they
Depende.
last?
I like my second one, the devouring vase.
Oh my god.
It's like evil bag of holding.
The last, how long they last. Sometimes the item shows a depletion.
Mm.
Depletion is a roll, and then how often the roll.
Okay, I see. Wala akong depletion dun sa first two ko. So that's just one use?
Depende.
Yung
Kasi
first,
sometimes nakasulat if it's something you eat and then it's one use. But sometimes it's an object, so it doesn't
wala kasi
really that.
there says
Oo,
potions.
pwedeng ulitin 'yun,
Oh, okay.
'di ba?
Cool. Alright. Box of
Yeah, you want
screams.
do you wanna see the inside of my skull? I can do it, until the next sunrise.
Come on.
Nice.
That
Okay.
one's cool.
So everyone has their ephemera.
That's cute.
Yeah.
We then wrap up our character creation with all the other things that we still need, which is some of you still have spells, and then some of you need your order stuff finalized. So Lance, let's do you.
Tayo na
Sa dami kong pin-reset, no? Hindi pa rin maxed out. Okay, Lance, so to understand your power, you have the ability to speak with spirits. So practically, save for the most obscure type of spirits, you know how to read, speak, and write their language. That includes the angels, the demons, any other spirits that can be summoned, nature spirits, elementals, etc. Okay. You also have create protective circle. So you know how to craft the protective circle, which if you prepare that before you do your summoning, then if any time the thing goes wrong, you have a +2 to your defense. It's just that creating the protective circle is 10 minutes of work. So if ever it's an instance wherein there's no time, quick summon, then you'll have to risk it without the circle. Okay? Alternately, you can create the protective circle not to accommodate yourself, but to accommodate the thing you are summoning. So that also makes it sure that that thing you summon is safe. So you have those options. And then in terms of summoning,
Very Dresden.
you can summon up to beings of level 3, currently at your first degree of being a goetic. So that can be a level 1 or a level 2 or a level 3 blank. Ang mga pwede may summon. Okay? Clearly, you can only summon one at a time. Later on, as you learn better, kaya mong in one summoning, dalawa lilitaw or tatlo. Ganun. Once you've summoned them, you do what is known as the colloquy. Colloquy is seen as the traditional goetics claim there are two paths. There is the right and the left hand path. Those who favor the right hand tend to be the ones who summon angels and no one else. Those who do the left hand path tend to summon demons and no one else. But ultimately, you can summon either.
Okay.
It's just that you'll meet some traditionalists na parang, oh, you aren't choosing a hand. Diba? Parang ganun. Now, upon summoning, before they do stuff for you, and assuming the one you summoned is not yet someone you formed a relationship with, you then go through the colloquy. And that is broken down to 3 approaches. First is persuasion, wherein you just try to flatter it, you use words, you try to get it to do what you want through what you say. Since you know all their language, you can communicate with them regardless. Whether they're a 1-level demon that's a worm or a brute that's the size of a house, you can talk to them. The basic challenge of this is a persuasion challenge, so it's interaction, and it's the level of the creature you summon. So if your interaction is 2 and then you summon the level 2 demon, you don't need to roll.
Okay.
Diba? But then some circumstances might increase the level and so on and so forth. Success means they'll do the duty requested. Normally, it will be 3 persuasion checks to complete the whole task you want them to do.
Mhm.
So, this is basically representing na maraming back and forth usapan. last 3 rolls. The second option is bribery. When the demon appears, you throw bribes that will have them do what you want them to do. The bribe is appropriate to the entity. So offering a soul might have a nature spirit just stare at you dumbly. Offering a treasure that you're willing to sacrifice might be pointless to a creature that is pure energy. So, meat and blood and the like are valid sacrifices, as are currency. So your table dun sa slides offers an idea of how much currency for certain levels of bribery.
Oh,
So 100 crystal orbs is a bribery level of 9 and 10, for example. That's per level, okay? If it's a level 1 monster, 100 crystal orbs is a level 9 bribe.
wow. Okay.
Then you have other options for bribes, souls. Demons love souls. Treasures, food, tasks. No, do this and I promise you I'll do blank. Your third way of colloquy is coercion. And this is where you threaten to inflict suffering on the thing you conjure. So here you threaten to hurt them using certain magics and the like. The threat level of the spell determines the modification you'll get for the roll. And then the last one is trickery, where you challenge the entity into some game. And then if you win, usually by rigging the wager or contest, then you will get the task done. Again, keep in mind, these 4 are usually required for things you don't know yet when you summon, but usually become irrelevant once you have a good relationship with what you summon. Or sometimes it's not even your choice. Di ba? Parang the demon meets you, oh, I want a new riddle! But that's basically how it works. If you fail in the colloquy, then this may result in you being attacked, or it may result in unwanted influence for a number of days. The demon or whatever might be making you do stuff na ayaw mo, or it might escape. And usually, when we say escape, it doesn't mean it went back to where you summoned it. It means it's now somewhere in your house or running around.
Bago ng augmentation yung bahay ko. Okay, sige.
Yes.
Out of your control.
Now, part of the limitation of your summon, however, is the tasks you can demand of it. And that's outlined in the slides. So, at first degree, you have counsel, aid, guard, and spy. So you can't use them yet to attack. You can't use them yet to steal things, for example. But it gives you an idea of the range of things you can do. And then more of them are visible in the book later on. Okay, Rocky, on your end naman, you have the Maker's Matrix. So the Maker's Matrix, which is visible in slide 4, it's like a mini game that you go through. Wherein first you choose the material that you'll work with, and then you roll with the material being the desired level being the difficulty. And then if it succeeds, you can choose now. Do you add an ingredient or do you add a catalyst? And then you can choose to keep doing that. And every time you succeed, you get additional effects to what you wanted to build.
Mm,
And then some of the results are random effects you didn't expect it to have. So you can choose to stop earlier, or you could keep going to make it perfect.
turtle time.
And then you could always, yung nagawa mo na dati, okay, I'll modify it now. That's why this is scary for makers. Kasi nga, there's that risk of building, but then they sort of make magic permanent to some degree. Now, in terms of your list of ingredients and stuff, I gave you that in the maker's reference sheet.
Yeah, ang dami.
And then you see there, notice it doesn't give you this item for that power. It's really freeform. So if you want to make shoes that let you walk on water, then maybe the crafting material ang mas bagay would be ancient oak, or maybe it's wood. But then you have to use toad hairs on it or something. Diba? Parang ganun. You have that nice combination that you'll come up with. Then you see a list of possible side effects and mishaps then, if you fail. Right, so to wrap up our character creation, because it's almost 11:30, skills and spells. So everyone can go back to your Visley page.
Uh-huh.
Daming pages.
So in terms of skills, there aren't actually that many to spend. I'll have you start now with your shadow skill.
I have to get up to level 3. So I can summon a demon that'll make me coffee every day. Okay?
Goals.
Or you just
Where
teach your house to do it.
Oh my
yung
god.
yung hinahanap ko sa Weaver is like, how do I know what spells can I do?
Oh, anything you can come up with based on your aggregates.
Or yeah,
Difficulty is the level. So if you
saan
look at
yung okay, sorry, go.
there's the Weaver ay hindi ko nasama sa Weaver reference. Okay, look at the rules. Hindi ko rin masyado nasama sa rules. Okay, I'll update your reference sheet.
Okay, sige, no problem.
But basically there's a table kasi of a range of effects.
Okay.
So like if you want telepathic communication, that's usually this level. If you want be able to blast someone, that's usually this level. May ganong table.
Okay. Where can I find that?
You have the way. The
Ay,
book.
wala.
It's a separate book.
Okay.
For now though, let's do skills.
Bestiary ba tong ano na to?
Sorry?
May bestiary ba yung TRPG na to?
Sorta. Yung mga locations and things to encounter meron.
Yeah, I'm like thinking things to summon.
Generally, angels, demons, spirits, and by spirits think elemental, nature, and then if you want to like if you want to be creative, can I summon like the embodiment of time? I'll answer yes. Roll against 16. Di ba? Yung mga ganun.
I'm gonna summon an archangel just to get me coffee one of these days.
I'm super excited to play with the aggregates.
So strange. Dun sa first session listahan of creating the character. It says here, stats and skills are probably not relevant at this time. Skip it.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm like, wait, I need it. Where is it? Okay. Session, negate. This is GMing. Character creation here. Testament. You finish that one.
Oh, I think Lance and I have to decide
Shadow skill?
A shadow skill, yeah.
what were we before we went back here.
Squirrels.
Oh
Trained squirrel.
man, Rocky's character looks so cool. The gun.
It's the closest I could get.
That's really cool.
Jesus Christ, where are you starting skills?
But you listed some on the
Yeah, those are the skills you have based on certain
list.
selections you made.
Okay.
Okay, skills can only rise up to level 4. So 1 is familiar, 2 is practice, 3 is trained, 4 is specialized. It is rare that 2 skills will apply to a role. So skills break down to 3 categories. You have the action skills. Action skills are basically the normal role playing we're used to. You have the narrative skills. Narrative skills tend to be downtime activities. So we don't necessarily have to role play them, but when the role is needed, it's there. And then the last one is development skills. Development skills are literally described as are probably important to the identity but rarely used in the game. So you may still choose to buy them if you really feel you must. I'm so I should have that skill.
I wanna bake.
Oh, yung mga ganong players, so they have that there. Okay?
Fiction writing.
Action skills break down to the weapon skills. You have the 3 range types. Close, medium, close and ranged. And then you have the light, medium, and heavy as the weapons. So those are the catch-all for the skills. And then you have the defense skills, which is resist, dodge, and withstand. Resist is to resist spells or effects of the mind. Dodge is to avoid being hit. Withstand is to endure something, poison, disease, and the like. Okay? Okay, so clear na ang distinction ng skills. I think it was in heart.
Oh, I get an object of power of my choice.
How do I know how many
I think you all
points
have
I
that.
put into this?
Okay.
Okay, wait. So given your heart, you had your starting stats, and then you had 6 additional points to spread in your stats.
Okay. So
And
my
then And then you have a list of skills that are summarized, right?
Stealthy, quick, in ba yun?
Oo. Wait, ah. No. Those are the adjectives.
Heals.
Wait, ah.
So like sa akin sa maker, it looks like I have one level understanding, assessing, or identifying materials, and then one level crafting.
Okay. I see now.
Tama ba?
Yun ba
Yeah.
yun?
I see now. I did not include the skill rules kasi nakakalito siya. Okay. So everyone, you can see the adjectives which sort of summarize your concept. So that can be a guide to what type of skills you want to get. But we'll go through it one by one now, and then you can mark it na lang muna sa column D, and then decide on the points you'll spend. So first, sino galant?
Me.
Your possible skills are acrobatics.
Uh-huh.
Wait,
Like it.
yan naman na lang, lagay mo ng kulay muna.
Okay. Yellow.
Actually, yes, sige. I'm thinking kasi of it's faster to decide but better to mark, then you can choose if you'll change. So acrobatics, balance, climbing,
Climbing.
disguise, dodge, jumping,
Where's the disguise and the...
Wait, tomato lang.
Ay,
Disguise is a narrative,
narrative. Yeah.
Okay, I see.
but dodge is back in action.
Disguise, dodge. Okay.
Jumping.
Likot?
Yeah. Because they suddenly chose to go alphabetical.
Okay.
Jumping.
And then, tsaka literally malikot kasi acrobatic, jumping.
I like
Ay.
it.
Yeah. Jumping.
Running.
Lockpicking, persuasion, pickpocketing.
Oh my god.
This is my perfect character.
You're a thief.
I'm a rogue.
Searching, stealth.
Nako.
Searching and stealth.
So, ito yung masakit eh. Among that list,
Uh-huh.
choose 2.
Just 2?
And you have 1 level in each of those 2 skills.
Okay, I like persuasion and
Sige. While you're doing that, who's next?
acrobatics.
Stoic?
What's the difference between acrobatics and balance?
Literally that. Balance is balance.
Acrobatics, jumping,
Acrobatics is
tumbling.
jumping around.
Tumbling, I guess, more.
Okay,
and
then acrobatics and balance. I am
Rocky,
chosen.
Stoic.
Stoic, yes.
Okay, so that's crafting, geography,
Crafting, geography.
history, magical lore.
Puro development. Wait, where's magical lore? Magical lore, okay.
Medicine, memorization.
Memorization. Naku, development na naman. Medicine.
Mhm.
Okay,
Repairing, searching.
wait lang. Saan ang repair is me though. Searching also. Okay.
Seeing through deception.
Ooh, I like you. Okay.
And withstand.
Where's that? Oh,
Defense.
how does that change from resist?
Resist is mental control, ganyan. Withstand is poisons, pain. Yan. So choose 2. And you have a level 1 on each.
Dodge is ano
Ayan.
again?
Dodge is avoiding getting hit.
I kind of want
Okay.
that.
Lance, your turn.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so you have deception, disguise, oratory.
Mm-hmm.
Persuasion, religious lore.
Mm-hmm.
Resist, searching, seeing through deception, and understanding people's motives.
Mm.
So you'll choose 2 of them and have 1 point in each.
Lovely.
And then, dun sa add new skill, or any of the skills that's already existing, choose your shadow skill. And think of that as your main thing back in shadow.
All of us.
Yes.
But
So,
then the shadow friends have to have the same? No.
shadow friends
Have an additional.
have an additional 1 at 3.
Okay, so, okay. Again, what ulit ano yan?
So Rocky, kunyari, let's say you were a driver. Your shadow skill is driving, you'll have it at 2.
There's driving? What the hell
There's
is this
driving.
world?
Diba? And then Lance and Dino, you'll both need to choose one other shadow skill that you
Mhm,
share, and that's
mhm.
at 3.
Okay, okay. Pero ngayon, we
Because
have one shadow
The
skill.
default shadow skill is one.
it's 2.
Two. This one, is it something we can use in game?
It's usually not, but yun nga eh, I'm making it choose from the whole list na. Because it might be something you want to use in the game. So like maybe your shadow skill was also sculpting, and now you're sculpting then. Diba? That still works.
Mhm.
Game design?
Game design.
Fiction. Wait. What are these skills? I'm only
These
looking
are
at it now.
cool.
Why is there
Honest,
game design?
I'm
yeah.
just doing what's on the sheet. I didn't
It's
create new ones.
it's because when you were in the shadow realm.
Design.
How
You
about you,
design games.
Lance? What do you
Yung
think we
painting,
were?
may typo.
I just fixed.
Painting.
What do you think we were before, Lance, in the shadow world?
Uh, I low key
I will
want to sacrifice
be.
And keep in
because
mind, your shadow selves could have been super different from your real selves
Yeah.
because you were hiding.
Yeah, I low-key wanna suck. Is that what you said?
I low key want to sacrifice you to one of my demons because you're like one of the prettiest people here.
No, no, pero in the shadow world, like before we entered this place, we had different lives, eh. And that's where
The
we were
design is
already
my shadow.
friends back then.
Mm-mm.
So
What?
what was our
What do you
let's
want?
say
Tempting
real
yung game
world na
design.
lang. Were we like
School
students or did we have
teachers.
like super boring jobs
You both worked at the daycare center.
or
Oh
like
my god,
fast food?
good lord. Ikaw, ano
I
gusto mo?
uh yeah, I think I kind of want to enjoy like both of us are like this super mundane, stupid, like brain rotting jobs, like maybe an accountant or something, or or no, yeah,
Typing?
typing. I don't know, yeah, some
Ano kayo?
or
Dance duo.
let's do. I kind of want to work in a fast food restaurant. What do you think?
Ano yun?
So we
Customer
can both,
Cooking.
service?
Mag-cooking
yeah,
kayo pareho.
cooking. You wanna get cooking?
Get baking. We had a cute little cupcake shop.
Ah, sige, okay, baking. I like baking.
We'll take baking.
Okay.
So this is a
Um,
2?
it's a 3.
3 for
Three.
your
Wow,
shadow friend thing.
Oo.
Kaya.
amazing.
Although keep in mind, it's still the shadow skill. So
Meaning.
it's literally like saying, um,
In
look,
a past life.
I made this castle in Minecraft, and
Oh
like,
yeah.
yeah, but that's not a castle. Castle, but it's
Was
a
a really
castle. So that while you do know the ability and stuff, ganyan, the translation of it to the real world now is not still seen as
Mm.
really there.
I'm a
quick
detective
question.
because I watch CSI. Okay.
Oh my
Oo,
god.
ganon.
Quick question. Sorry, you said religious lore. Would I have yours magical lore or is this supposed to be religious lore?
There's a magical lore talaga ata.
Walang
Baka
religious
kulang yung
lore.
religious.
I think you can add a
Mm,
new skill
yeah,
there.
add mo na lang dun sa add new skill. Or don't choose religious lore na and just go for magical lore.
That is an option.
Diba?
Sige.
It's easier that way.
Unless you want to be closer to Ned. Sorry, Aziraphale. It was good to start as Ned.
I'm happy to protect him. I don't have to be involved in his life.
Okay, we've done that. Who's still lacking spells?
I think I just
I
have
think
three
I
spells.
start with one general spell, and we have enough sorcery to cast. That we have enough sorcery to cast.
Yeah, so yung sorcery mo is parang think of it as your rank.
How many sorcery do I have? 4
Yeah. So for your spells, go to spells known.
spells nun. Uh-huh.
I've prepared level 1, 2, and 3.
Ah,
You may choose. Oh no, it's again naka ano naman yung buong thing. Hindi siya nakahiwalay one by one.
Pero
cannot
I
just
don't use this, diba? I just
you
make
just
them
need
on
to
the fly.
remove the dollar sign on the 4.
Yeah, I'll have to fix it.
And I need to understand this. What are these colors that they keep bringing up? Is the point?
So if you go to rules, you'll see there's a list of the colors. The colors are the different suns. They do influence the way the world works kasi. So um, when certain suns are active, then certain colors affect things better.
How do we
So
put?
like, yeah,
Sorry. Where do we find the augments of the house?
yeah, we haven't gone there yet.
Okay, okay, sorry.
It's okay. I'm fixing lang the sheet and then I'll be copying this to the rest of you.
Sure.
So
So my limit is based on my sort, which is I set to 4. Oh, okay. So does that mean? But I only have one spell, so I can have a 1 level 4 spell. Is that it? If my sorcery is 4,
yeah,
but we don't know what is nice.
Hindi ko pa gets super how to cast spells as a weaver. I think I need to practice it.
yeah. Let me get you that chart. Let's add it sa character sheet area. Da, 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 da.
Inaayos ko lang yung mga table. What the hell?
Okay, I'll add to Discord the way.
Oh my god! What are these? How come all this magic seems very dark?
You can reference Dino.
Got it.
You'll
Which thing?
see there the effects by level table.
Level of different effects.
So for example, if you wanted to fly and then you have an aggregate that you feel thematically can allow you to get flight. Flight is a level 5 effect.
Okay. And how do I know what my is? What my maximum level is?
None.
What?
None.
I just have so I can just cast anything?
Like I said, the temptation of the weaver is to go very big spells.
Or how will I like I how will I know if it works or not?
That's the difficulty
I have
of your
okay.
sorcery roll.
And then how many so parang I roll
So if you're doing flight, that's level 5. What's your sorcery now?
4.
Then you need to roll 1.
Okay, cool. So I have to have this on hand to just constantly look for.
But then if you
things.
want to make everyone with you fly, then that bumps up the difficulty slightly. It might become an 8. Minus your 4, you now have a difficulty of 4.
And then the aggregates, parang nakita ko na if I have more aggregates as a weaver, parang it lessens the difficulty, diba?
Kasi they allow you connect. They allow you connecting effects.
Sige, I will master this.
Looking at these spells, they're awesome.
So I will. What is for example? So ano yon? Should I do the table first or should I do my spell?
The some of you kasi start with spells, which is separate pa from your order stuff.
Nice. So for example, yeah, go. Sorry.
Do you know you have a special level 1 skill on identifying things, but you don't start with an extra spell?
So
Lance.
Saan ko ilalagay yon?
Dun sa skills, just add it as one of the blue areas.
How do I write it?
In whatever way na lang is better for you. You can summarize it. Parang knowing spells or something like that. Lance, you have one general spell that you have enough sorcery to cast.
Oh, nice.
Your sorcery is 4, so you can get up to level 4.
Pero wala yung mga level 4.
Actually, naka-encode na dyan. Hindi ko lang na ano pa yung range. Pero nasa spell data na siya. If you go to the spell data sheet, you'll see level 4 is there. Actually, hanggang level 14 nandyan.
Oh, shit.
Hindi ko lang pa na-set yung auto selection.
My love. What the hell?
But you could start at level 4 to choose one of the level 4 spells. That starts at row 138.
And special skill, level 1
Grabe man
skill.
yung call the black cube. Oh my god.
That's fun.
Okay. Weaver rules.
And then spells, which is separate from your order stuff, you can buy them using Acumen.
I see.
So, this is why I was saying parang this game is there's so many options. Nakakalula siya. We can finalize spells next time. Kumaga before our next session. You guys can dig through and read and take your time.
Okay na ako sa level 3. May nahanap akong gusto ko. Eidolon of Rest. cast before I sleep in my own house. The spell ensures I'm safe from intrusion and I'm safe from harm. Thus, the house gains +3 levels for this purpose until sunrise or sunset. Depending on
Nice.
casting. Because either that or the level 2, ang swapang ng mga spells na gusto ko. But it fits, I mean, kasi the spells that fit character, a simple repast makes a meal for himself only. And then even the leftovers disappear. So stupid. I love it. No,
Okay,
I'll start with Eidolon of Rest. That's my
to wrap up, so you guys have your shadow skill. You now have to get your shadow memento. Choose an item that you have somehow manifested and still keep and carry with you that was from your life in shadow.
The two of us. Oh,
All
it
of you.
doesn't have to be the same thing.
Yeah, each of you has an individual object that you've kept from shadow and somehow still carry around as if it was important to you.
I'll put that in miscellaneous.
I believe, yes.
Uh, what do I want?
Know that the shadow memento is most likely useless.
Yeah, I was thinking
So
like,
it might be a cell phone, but it doesn't really work as a cell phone anymore. Ganun.
how big is it?
Um,
Something you can just carry around.
yeah, something you carry. It's a remnant of your old life that you still carry around with you. Lance, do you have an idea for yours?
It'll be Dino's, I guess, because Shadow World friends.
No,
whatnot.
it's separate from your shadow skill that you share. This is parang something of your life in the past that was still important to you, so you still carry it with you. For example, it could be a wedding ring of the shadow spouse you used to have, or maybe it's this book you really loved reading in shadow. For some reason, you still brought it with you, or maybe it's this jacket you always used to wear when you were. Parang ganun. Just
Yeah,
come up with a shadow memento.
I want some J1s, a pair of sneakers, rubber shoes of sneakers.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can put that under miscellaneous.
Mm-hmm.
Miscellaneous item.
Mm-hmm.
Lance, Rocky.
Pair of scissors.
the little doctor thing to look in your ear.
Okay.
So
Can I?
specific. I will get the name of that.
It's an otoscope.
Otoscope. Thank you.
Nice. Can I, for
Yes,
example, like
exactly what I want.
I want to cast a spell.
Cast spella.
Like I can do anything with these. And so, for example, I have woods. Wind has speech, and then woods has like darkness. Ganon. I want to be able to speak with shadows.
Yes. Or you
Ha-
could make it speech that the others can see in the dark. Or you could make
Mm.
it speech that only those in the shadows can hear. It's that
Mm.
flexible.
Oh, okay. Pero like
So
how like
it's
okay, so then you just deliberate what it's gonna be.
level it's gonna be. Yes.
Okay.
That's why it's
Sige.
scary to be a weaver kasi ang daming pwedeng gawin.
Okay, sige. So, for example, I'll can I just have like trial this like what if I wanna be a good fighter or something ganon. I wanna
And-
have the reflexes of cat and move.
So physical augmentation of
So
some
it's
kind.
like
ganon.
giving you a +2.
I guess so. I don't know.
That's a level 6 effect.
Oh my god, that's so high.
Yeah. But that's
+1
ongoing
lang.
na. That's ano na, that's for
Okay.
the whole thing. If it's a +1 once, that's a level 1 effect.
Ooh. Okay. What if I wanna make like a
If you want parang when you cast it, may +5 kang bene, so may +1 ka for 5 actions. Then that's a level 4 effect.
I see.
Nasa chart, nasa chart silang lahat.
Okay, cool.
If you want the winds to make attacks bounce off you for the battle, that's parang armor. That's a level
Mhm.
3 effect.
Do I always have to use both aggregates or can I just use one sometimes?
I think you're allowed to use one lang. You just pa-double check na lang sa Weaver rules.
Okay,
Okay,
cool.
let's wrap up. So we're done with our shadow memento. We have our shadow skills.
Or saan nalagay yung shadow memento? Sa,
Miscellaneous items.
Okay.
So we're now nearing the end. So first is our quirks. Everyone has one quirk. This is a not really useful, quirky little thing you do because you are magic. For example,
But I see it.
when I crack an egg, it's always double yolk.
Cute.
Oh my god.
Or goats and butterflies are terrified of me. Or clothing I wear turn purple in time. Or whenever I touch wood, I get a brief vision of the tree it came from. So for those who have the key, it is present in page 154 onwards. Some ideas, but you are free to come up with your own.
Can I have like iridescent hair?
Officially, no. Reason, those fall under the changeries, which is a
Oh,
system in the game. If you notice, a lot of the artwork show people who are not necessarily people anymore.
Yeah.
oo
That's
nga no.
something you can buy. That's something you can buy later on.
Oh, I wanna buy it.
Yeah.
However, if you want, you can already have my small sparkles when you move your hair or something.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
So human hair ka pa, pero may konting ganun.
Okay. Alright.
You can,
Small
so you can
spark.
so the quirk is there's a space to write the quirk in the Visleshi.
Yeah. So I have like
Rocky?
glitter dandruff.
Is it possible to smell like something I summoned? Like, it's brimstone, angel, I don't
So,
know, big birds.
so you always smell like the last thing you summon.
Yeah, something similar.
So pag na-meet ka, oh no, you had a demon again, didn't you?
Sulfur, my rotten
Oo.
egg.
And then next day naman, cookies. You summoned an angel? Or bamboo. You summoned the nature spirit. I like it.
That's what we're gonna do.
Rocky?
Thinking would be annoying for me actually. Kind of
Does
stupid,
it have
but
to
kind
be
of like
sige, go. Go,
no
Rocky,
go.
sorry. No,
I'm still
go lang.
thinking.
Are you sure?
I'm not
Does it have
decided.
does it have to be like an effect like that? Pwedeng like a happenstance.
Such as?
Like I always take the place in the room with the best lighting.
Oh wow, I love it.
Are you always the sun always shines upon you? I don't know.
Yeah.
Spotlight kang dala.
May
I
spotlight.
either nag-a-adjust yung light or parang I just have I uncannily
Wala ka
like
ng stealth.
choose a yeah. I
If you
have
get that,
zero
I'm
stuff.
changing mine. If you get
Pwede.
Pwede ba
Parang the
yun?
lights tend to be the light tends to shine where you are.
so
Okay.
you literally have main character energy.
Oh.
I have
Habang
a
tumatagal,
visual
lumiliwanag.
background.
Okay,
I
that works.
have
To change mine.
Change the shadow item to 2D success.
Originally, I was toying with an eye, which would be annoying lang. It's like I glow dully in the dark. Like ano,
What is stealth?
yeah nga, like killing stealth things. No, but wait.
Something about your pockets, something about your surroundings, something quirky but not necessarily useful. Like maybe you always have dreams of something or parang ganon.
Can it be as weird as I spill offered drinks
That's funny.
anytime?
Lacking.
It is a drink from someone else.
Yeah, that sounds good. You write it down as your quirk. With quirks done, we go now to your house.
New.
So you all have listed your peculiarity. And then, like your forte and order, you can advance and upgrade your house with secrets and magic.
Nice.
So you have your possible number of augments. It costs acumen to increase your levels, your house, and then crooks naman to increase the level of the house itself.
Mm.
So like if you want your house to be a higher level para mas malakas yung powers niya, you could increase that with crooks. And acumen you could spend to give it more special things.
Okay.
So at character creation is modest furnishings and appointments appropriate. So mukhang wala pang augments sa character creation. Yeah, wala pang augments sa character creation.
Okay.
Except ako one nakalagay dito starting one house augment.
Bizarre starts
I'm
Who got a Stawalt house?
I'm a
Was it
established
you,
house.
Lance?
No, I got an average.
No, sorry. Sa foundations ng house, who got established?
Me.
No, sorry. I got stalwart.
So yeah, so you have a house augment of level 3 or lower already.
Yeah.
And then si Lance, you have stalwart, which means you have connections already.
Okay.
Where do
Your
I
house
find
already
the
starts with connections. What's the size of your house?
Average.
You went for an average house. So you'll have one connection at level 1, and then you'll have 3 levels pa to spend in terms of connections, Lance.
Okay.
Let me
where can I find the
share you
augments?
a list of possible connections.
Thank you.
I'll type it sa ano. So each of those you can choose and it can have a level. If they are not familiar, that's all right. You can choose not to choose those, or you could assume you have them but your character doesn't remember as well. Yan. So you basically have one connection at level 1 and then you have 3 levels worth of connections to spend. So pwedeng may level 2, may level 1, may level 1. Ganun. Okay. Rocky, your house was
Unique.
the unique house.
Oh my god, I super love the egoist. One room of your house always agrees with you and compliments you.
Oh my
Cute.
god. I'm really not visiting you. I'm just staying away. I have an advantage to stay away from, to never be close.
What was your
Oh,
foundation, love?
huh?
What is your foundation?
Hermetic. Hermetic.
Hermetic, unique level 4. No connections to start. Pero yung house mo level 4 na.
Yes.
And then at a unique house at level 4, up to 6 augments.
Yeah, I noted that down.
Yeah, pero wala ibang starting. So it's still something you'll have bloom later on. Nahanap mo na yung house secrets?
Yeah. I'm looking at it now. I can only pick a level 3 one. I really wanted the animate furniture. House secrets. Dami pala spells. Puro spells ba to?
Yeah, I added the level 4 table na rin for me just in case.
Mm-mm.
I got a level 3. It's okay. I just want to sleep well in my own house. Stay away, people.
Dun sa house augments, I want something similar to Rocky's. Pwede bang infinite pantry door? Opens to different pantries.
I mean, you're allowed a level what augment?
7 augments? Okay,
No, not the number of augments. Yung starting connections yung nakuha mo.
Let me check. Connections. Okay, connections. Yung ka lang, baby.
Tawalt is connections. Yeah, it's not augment. So, ano lang ang may starting house secret.
It's
Me?
a house augments?
Yeah, wala pa tayong house augments. Binibili siya.
Oh,
play.
sorry. Okay.
Pero I have one, no?
Yeah, ikaw lang ang meron na yun, Dino. Because of the house you chose, which is the prominent one.
I don't know what to pick. Egoist's room is the only one that I like. Let's pick that one.
Exotic order. Never mind.
Sorry, which one?
The Saturn groups. May kopya ba ng kung anong itong mga to?
They're spread out in the books.
Okay, never mind. I can
Which one
figure
sounds
it out.
interesting to you?
Actually, I need an order that connects me to knowledge kasi that's normally how I'm gonna be able to find things to barter with when it comes to my summons. So either some people that can get me stuff that I can offer to my summons, or people that can offer me knowledge of what I can offer to my summons. That's what we're working with.
Typically, your order is always a good one. So you could strengthen your order and increase the ranking. Alternately, you may choose to let me get organizations. Hidden knowledge, no?
Which actually my whispers gives to me, I believe. Or something else.
Wow.
If it's if you're seeking for a group that you seeks to use power and knowledge for personal gain, then the third hand is an option.
Okay.
Kasi the third hand is looking for something called the Lost Book M, which is a book of magic that people have lost.
Okay.
That's an option for a group that you might want to have a connection with?
But to me, actually, wait. I am a stalwart. I have a cause, a justice, a good cause here.
I'm double checking other groups that might be options for knowledge. So far yon, the ano talaga. Third hand is
Each group,
the pinaka-prominent na knowledge based.
each group has a good cause.
The other one is the Cadedron. They seek
Uh
the
huh.
ultimate truths.
Dang. Do we have something more soup kitcheny? Like take care of people and shit like that.
It's to take care of the influx of people. There is the unseen children.
Interesting.
Oh wait, sorry, no, not the unseen children. The Knights of the Name.
Interesting.
How many spells in a day can you cast?
As much sorcery as you can spend.
Naubos ba sila?
Yes. That's why the Vans have that advantage naman of as long as they hold it in memory, they can cast it again.
So I have 4 sorcery points. So I can just like cast 4
You can do a
Four
very big level 4 spell.
or
You
4.
could tap others to cast something bigger, or you could do smaller spells. But then the rules do state na magic use can still be free for non-stressful moments.
Mm, cool.
Okay. Last is your object of power. It's 12 na, so we have to wrap up.
What is an object of power? What is limit
So,
3?
sorry.
Limit 3 yung nakalagay sa akin.
Yeah. Everyone kasi will have an object of power. The object of power is, you know how wizards have staves or wands or ganyan. So all of you will start with an object of power. I'm getting to that page.
Cards din siya.
I had it na kanina. Where did it go?
I see it. Oh, cute suncatcher. Diamond. Hello.
No.
Yeah.
Oops. Patience. Not human. You fool.
No, this is lambing baby.
Oh.
Toasting. No, I oh.
Do we
Object
again
of
roll
power.
again for this one?
I'm trying to find it. Sorry.
It's on the
nawala ako sa page.
116 siya.
I'm in the wrong book.
On the way that I can
Yeah.
see. Pero it's just a table
Yeah, there's no
description.
Okay, so objects of power, general sampling of the wondrous devices that can be found. Sa character creation kasi, everyone starts with
Tagal pala ng character creation.
Well, because we have so many options.
Oo nga.
A lot of them are skip this, bring this in na lang during the game, ganyan. So officially, the player's object of power is represented, obviously carry an object that represents this connection. It's known as the Testament of Suns that looks like the stylized hand with 6 fingers. But then this eventually becomes your object of power. NPC bonds, connections, foundations, character arcs, development mode, and then first session. Okay, nalito na ako. So Rocky, ikaw, you're starting with objects of power as a maker.
I have a crafted object level 1 or 2 of my choosing.
And then you have objects of power from the deck. Yeah, yun yan.
Or is that the same thing?
Yeah, that's the same entry. So so the others don't have it. Ikaw lang meron nun.
It's a maker thing.
It's a maker thing. So the others are done na, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, while you're looking for that, I'll double check yung sa aggregates ni Dino. So spend sorcery equal to the level.
Spend. Oh yeah, I see.
Okay, Weaver aggregates here. When a Weaver wishes to make a magical effect, they choose 2 of the aggregates they have and create the effect using 1 quality from each. So, for example, to grant themselves armor, they might choose the diamond and the tower, or they might choose to have their skin become stronger or create a shield. No matter how skilled the weaver is, they cannot create an effect that involves one of the aggregate's absences. Absences are the opposite qualities. So fire and blood can be used to create a wave of healing flames, but it's not effective. Cannot create a weapon against the dead. Absences make certain weave creating threads like fire and sea difficult but not impossible. For the sea, doesn't only represent water but also distance, etc., etc.
Uh-huh.
To determine the level of an effect and thus its cost, refer to the effects by level table. Each aggregate has an entry for its default range and duration, and then the default number of targets is 1. And then increasing any of this is a step up is 1 level. So in your Weaver rules, so Weaver reference, di ko siya nasama. I'll have to redo it.
It's okay.
But nandun sa rules, sa general rules. Actually, doon ko siya nalagay. Okay, there. If
Oh,
you look at
okay.
general rules, you'll see progression and distance. So if your
Okay.
spell is default close range, and then you want it to work at near range, which is up to 50 feet
General.
away, that's 2 steps.
General. Sorry. So Weaver rules. So general rules.
Sa rules na tab,
I see. Yan. Distance.
di ba? So
Okay.
if let's say the spell has a base distance
Pero,
of short range, then you want to target long range, that's 2 steps.
okay.
So that's +2 difficulty. And then sa
Oh.
baba, sa progression, I should
Mhm.
transfer this to the Weaver side. So if the duration was 1 round, but then you want it to last an hour, that's 2 steps sa difficulty. Yan.
Got it. Saan ulit yung effects? What page was the effects in the book? I mean the chart?
The page 21
21. Oh yeah.
of the way.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. We're
Got it.
done with character creation. Starting first session, we could begin with choosing your first character arc and then spending crooks and acumen for anything you might want.
Nice.
So, looking at your sheets right now, Tino has approximately 3 crooks if you choose to spend your joy and despair.
Okay.
Diba? Kasi
Uh-huh.
it's each pairing is 1.
Okay.
Rocky currently has possible 1 crux and lots of joy. And then Lance has possibly 2 crux and lots of despair.
And then where do saan yung, sige, mamaya na lang. I'll look at it na lang.
Yung alin?
The crooks and like yung equal nila.
Yung costing?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, hiniwalay ko muna yan.
Sige.
But nasa book yan.
Okay. I'll look at it na lang.
But yeah, we are diving into this new rules, new game system.
Nice.
It should be exciting and terrifying to go through.
Exciting. I need
Slowly
to get
we'll
more sorcery. That's what I'm seeing I have to do.
Yeah, there's a lot of magic to buy, whether it's small cantrips to invocations to secrets. And a lot of them you can buy during game.
And then how do you recover your sorcery? Ayun yung recover your quelia and ganan.
So what you spend is the bene. You don't spend the ratings. And then recovering bene is rest.
Okay.
So rest recovers wound and anguish, and then alam ko nasulat ko yun eh. Parang wala. I'll look it up again. But there's a way to replenish those during game.
Okay. Baba pala ng mga Man, the spells are costly. Annoying. Gotcha. Anything else that we need to do today?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay.
Here you go. So resting, it's you can reset one of your pools by resting, and you can do this 4 times in a day. Diba? So each stat has their own bene, diba?
Mm-mm.
So let's say you used your sorcery na naubos na. You could describe resting during that day and recover it back to full. So maybe uminom ka muna or nakipagharutan ka muna with this guy. And then full na ulit. And then you can do that up to 4 times in a day. So that's either recover 4 different stats in one day or spread out what you're recovering in one day.
I see. Okay. Sige.
Yeah. So we're good for today, everyone. Thank you for
Toby.
going through character creation with us.
Super
Next
exciting.
week we'll open with Lines and Veils. and then we'll map out initial purchases and starting character arcs.
Sounds good. Thanks,
Sounds
Toby.
Then
great.
yeah, during the days before the session, please sa sheet nyo, consider filling up na your appearance, childhood memories,
Mhm.
shadow life.
Gotcha.
They can be very very high level descriptors lang. Nothing specific, nothing set in stone kasi nga a lot of it is described as we play. But like let's say Lance, you're imagining your family was parang wealthy living on an airship and ganyan. Then you can write it in your childhood memories if you want. And then the details we can, find out how accurate they were as we play. All right. Thanks
Nice.
everyone.
Okay. Good night.
Bye.
Bye bye.